You guys have a whole bunch of little goodies in a plastic bag here. And take a look at your abilities and your attributes, because that's who you are. And inside these little bags, you're going to get all the stuff your race uses. Alright. So you will have a city hex tile and a little city token marker. 5 wooden scouts that I like to put in here. The 5th one is something that needs to be built. And then all the little tokens are things that potentially throughout the game you might be able to build and use. So
we're now looking at California.
So you're at 3 pluses that are over half.
H6. That's you.
You're correct.
My mine is now gone.
So you get to build another one anyway, right?
Only if I find it. This is out of the game.
all right.
So yeah, guys.
Oh.
Daniel at Second Star Games, Prescott Valley, with David.
Yes, David, one of the co-designers of Last Days of Athobrae. And who else is playing?
My name's Bryce.
Bryce, good to see you. Thank you for joining us. And Mitch, welcome. All right. So the other thing that you get is a little menu of actions. These are the things that your characters can do in each turn. And also on the back, the premise of this game, the ultimate goal is to build the spaceship and blast off. So you're on a dying planet, it's falling apart beneath your feet, and you need to build one of each of these pieces. And the numbers next to it tell you how many of those you'll find within your city deck. Okay? So throughout the game, you will be drafting through this, and it's where you'll find parts of your ship, you'll find different technology to help you, and events that can be played immediately. So you want to shuffle those guys up as well.
Unless you want anything yourself.
Yeah, I don't think I want to break technology.
Now the game is for 2 to 5 players.
Yes, this game is for 2 to 5 players, and it is a resource gathering, drafting game, basically.
I just need to stop searching.
Each of these different alien races have their own particular powers, so each game is a little bit different. Also, the way you set up the board is very random. So you basically pull out 6 of these very rare elements here. We call them caltrines, and it's what you need to fuel your spaceship. So there's 6 of them out there, and then otherwise after that you just sort of pull out a random selection of these. We have a specific number. And then because the planet is falling apart, we always start by flipping over 20 locations already. This is what we would call upheavals or world convulsions.
Okay.
So right now we're just going to be flipping the last 5 because we've already done 15. So we see E4 on there. The text isn't really that crucial. It says the same thing every time. So E, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to flip that one over. And then we're going to put the upheaval bonus. D3 means we're going to have D6 roll and round up. So what we have there is a 5, so that would be 3 purples. That's very good.
Wow.
Yeah, we'll put those right in the middle. That's 1, 2, 5. Just flip this one. E5, so that's right above it. And you'll see as I'm flipping these, there are 55 hex tiles, 110 cards. So there's 2 each time. The first time it flips over and you put out the bonus. The second time it's removed. You'll see we already have a hole in this world. So that we get 2 greens. And then this one is B5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this one is being removed. So anything on there, including scouts, would be killed, and it all goes back into the game supply, and it gets removed. So now that's out of the game. And then we have I2, which is right here.
Oh, that's right. We can pick up everything.
And D3. Wow, another 3 purples. And finally D8, which is the top of the world. I'm pretty sure 2, 4, 6, 8. So we put 2 blues out there. Okay. Now, at the very beginning of the game, we're going to determine the first player, and we'll place our city hex tiles out into the planet. And we will each start with a couple of scouts and a couple of foods. This red is what we call food. It's how you build scouts. Purples are very rare, so we're going to want them. Obviously, caltrines is a game-winning resource. You're going to need that. Blues for blueprints, which is what we call the ship parts. Green and yellow is kind of a toss-up. You're going to need a little bit of everything. In fact, I'll use these since they're not in play. Now, I just want to very quickly go over the... Well, you know what? Why don't we place the cities, and then I'll go over the actions we can do. Okay. So, to place the city, and if you'd like, since I have experience, I'll just go first. So usually we would roll to see who goes first. And everybody should get a few dice. So there's a couple for you, a couple for you, a couple for you. And I got a couple. So to start out, I'm going to draw the next location. C2, this one now becomes my address. So I'm going to take anything that's on there because you're going to remove that. So you would take whatever's it says if it's not been flipped yet. So I'll take these 3 into my city storage. I will take this out of the game and replace it with my city. I'm going to put my city token there just to mark it. Oops, 2 scouts in the city. And everybody starts with 2 foods as well as whatever's underneath there. Thank you. So now it would be your turn to draw a location and see where you live.
H1.
Okay, so IH, so you get all that food and plus 2 more foods. So there you go. All right. And then 2 scouts will start in there. And you're going to want to put the scouts on the white side. That represents a healthy scout. When you flip them over, when they're wounded, and then a wounded scout is hit, they are dead. So, all right. And then just to help you out, there's your location. Okay, so H1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you get 2 times the result of this. Because that's what that represents. Yeah, there's 2 reds and 1 of everything else. And no white. All right, so you get 2 of those and 2 of these into your city storage.
So I skip my 3 actions, get 2 food.
There's yours.
Location F4.
Right there, that marsh. Whoa! You got the fuel. You are a lucky human. Or Athobrae. First replace it. Perfect. All right. So then once the cities are placed, the game is ready to begin. Every player on their turn gets to do 3 actions. The actions must be completed all the way through, so you have to do the entire move, the entire search, and you cannot repeat actions. So you have to do 3 different actions. So when it comes to moving, each of your scouts that's on the board can move up to 3 spaces in any direction they want. They cannot walk through opponents' cities, and they cannot walk through holes in the world. Okay? I actually have an attribute. I'm sneaky, so I'm the one player that can sneak through people's cities.
Was I supposed to get 2?
Oh, yes, absolutely. 2 foods. Okay. So R&D is when you draw through your deck. And what you do for R&D is you pick 3 cards and you choose 1 of them only. The other 2 are going to go on the bottom of your deck so they could sort of come back up. I do want you to see the types of cards that you will get. So I'm just going to fly through here.
If all players collectively spend purple equal to the number of players.
And you've got technology cards.
Right. So what we have is yellow technology cards, and it'll tell you exactly what needs to be built, what resources you need to build it. When you build it, it goes face up, and you're able to use that power, basically. They are designed to either help you gather resources, possibly kill other people, things along those lines. If there's a picture on it, then that means everybody on the planet has that technology. Okay, and they're powerful. There's a reason everybody has them. Mines really help you get resources. This is a good back pocket thing that replicates resources. and there's a greenhouse that makes food come abundantly. But the last kind of card you'll see is a green border. Green borders are events. They are a single-use thing that you can play and get that immediately. It does not cost an action to play an event. Unless otherwise noted, you can play them at any time. If it says like before a search or during your turn, then you know you have to wait for those. But those are the kind of cards that you'll see. And when you search, that's the third most important thing. Searching means you roll 2 dice for each scout you have out there. There's a couple of ways that you can pick it up, but every 5 or 6 counts as a success. So every 5 or 6 you roll basically equals a cube. So you can choose to take what's just sitting out on the board. So if I was here and I got a success, I could take one of these for it. But you also could choose to take what it just yields. So if I was here, there's nothing there, but if I got successes, I would get blue because I'm on a blue space. The only caveat to that is purple. The reason purples are rare and expensive is because successes in the mountains, obviously you can always take the exposed resource, but if there's nothing there, it equals a roll of that random resource die here. So that's a 1 in 6 chance of getting purple naturally. So exposed purple is kind of an important thing to go grab when it's nice and easy to get. And there's a lot of it. That's a nice thing. Right next to the scientist. Who's the scientist? Yeah. All right. I'm just saying. And so those are the 3 sort of go-to actions that you'll be doing. Now, when you search, you put those resources into your scout's bag, which are the orange squares at the top. There's a 6 resource limit, and they have to take it back to their city, which has a 20 resource limit. Okay? It does not cost an action. During the move action, as long as you touch your city, if you had anything in your bag, it automatically drops in. And you can continue moving. So if I was here, I could be like 1, 2, 3, and anything in his bag would have dropped in. Okay. And by the same token, you can take anything up. Sometimes there'll be some cards that come out and reasons for you to maybe want food in your bag. So when you walk through the city, you can grab food. And by that same token also, if you've got tons of resources and you're full, if you leave your scouts just sitting in the city, you can build out of their bags, if that makes sense, right? Okay.
A portable warehouse.
Essentially, yes. They are a portable warehouse. I like that.
But they don't move that. Well,
yeah. They can't move. Exactly. And then recruiting scouts, it's 4 food equals 1 scout. And building, you can hold up to 7 cards and build as much as you can afford. That goes for scouts too. It's economical. So if you had 8 cubes for 1 action, you could build 2 scouts. Does that make sense? Yeah. All right. Attacking, it's something you're going to want to know.
Yep.
There's 2 types of attacks in the game, city and scout. You start with a city-directed attack, which means you can choose anyone that's not in their city. Cities are safe for people. And you can basically just deliver a wound. So 1 wound to someone out there in the world by rolling a 4 through 6, but you also have a reroll as your attribute, so you have a very good chance of doling out those wounds. Scout-directed attacks, you have to be next to or adjacent to them, but every scout gets to attack. So if you have 4 scouts and they meet the requirements, all 4 of them can take a throw. It's harder to hit, but you have a chance of actually killing someone in 1 turn. Yeah. Unless they're wounded by the world already or things happen, like you got to be a little more judicious with how you wound people. And then special ability is what's on your card. Regrouping only happens if every single one of your scouts has been killed. It's a way to get back into the game, basically. You use all 3 of your actions to take 2 food in your city storage. And fueling the IQV is the game-winning action. It just means all of your ship's parts have been built, and you spend a clear cube to win the game. The only other thing I want to say before we begin is that you can heal a wound from a scout during the search action. So if you leave a wounded scout in your city, they're not going to be able to pick up resources, but if they're wounded and you're searching, they will automatically flip over. The green circles underneath are for poisons and other stuff that could affect you throughout the game. Okay. Those cannot be healed in that way. Those require first aid to be. Okay. All right. So I'm going to start with the opening gambit that most people do. And my first action will be R&D, which is draw 3 and pick 1. And it's tough, but I'm going to take this.
Only took
So
4 times.
I hold this in hand, and I don't want you guys to see what it is. And then I'm going to move. Okay. So I'm going to go 1 and 2. And then for my final action, I'll search with them. So unless you call it out, we assume that you're going in numerical order. But if you want to do Scout 2 first, I would just have to say. But I'm doing Scout 1.
You only have 3 spaces to move between all of your scouts?
No, each scout moves 3. So they can, they can.
You just decided to move that far.
Exactly. Yeah, I didn't even think of that, but that's my decision. Scout number 1 got nothing. Scout number 2 got nothing. Now, for a total failure of a search, you get 1 food in your city storage. Wow. And that's it. Those were my 3 actions, so now it goes to you.
Yeah, I'll do R&D as well.
Prototype robots to run amok. Scouts on this space.
So you do any and all of these in whichever order you want?
In whatever order you want. You just get 3 of them, and you have to do the complete
So you
action.
can do 3 of these.
Yep.
It would have been good for you, though, if you were there. You get shields.
Location number 2.
And 4 food for a scout?
Correct. And they just start in your city.
That is the
R&D,
one we are not
recruited
gonna-
scouts. Got a lot of warriors out there now. I'm a little scared.
And then
It makes sense to like work once to get that white one that's kind of hard to get.
Yep.
If you put multiple scouts there, each one
They
gets
each get a
certain.
try, yep. And then if, let's say he picks it up first, at least the other 2 will still get whatever it yields. So they're not going to get nothing, which is nice.
okay. So I have to search for that?
Yep.
Okay.
All cubes must be searched for. So Scout 1, got it. Look at that. And that goes into your Scout's bag. Yep.
Alright. Come and get it, buddy.
That sucks.
Scout 2.
There's one
Another success.
You're surrounded by them. I'm gonna steal that behind just like
And Scout 3.
like, come and get it, sucker.
No success. The only thing I would say is it's hard to see, I know, but 2 is on. Oh, never mind. I thought you took a yellow. It's really hard to see. That's it. So those are your 3 actions.
Okay.
A fringe end of the world cold stages of mass suicide bombing. Any scout on this textile is killed.
Yes, I'll do R&D since that seems to be the starting order.
Yeah. It kind of gives you a point of reference, and there's event help in there, so it's always a smart move.
And you destroyed it?
Or an opening technology or blueprint to get resources for.
Exactly.
Scout 2 survived.
Now, I noticed each of these has sort of a narrative
Was that number 2 or number 3?
flavor.
Yeah.
How easy is it to win
So you have one
playing against type, if that makes sense? Or
It does make sense.
Is it easier to play to the strengths of the
It's always going to be easier to play to the strengths, but it is totally possible if you don't. If you choose, like I have definitely won with the course playing totally peacefully, never really bothering anybody. So you definitely need to look through that deck and have a plan of attack for that. But it can be done. It can be done. It's easier if you play to your strengths.
What's the world events happening?
That's going to happen when it gets back to me. So I was waiting for it so we could.
I was wondering if I wanted to use my special power.
Ah,
I'm
so-
not sure how it works.
I will tell you then. What happens is when it comes full circle, I will draw a location card and we'll do the same thing we did before. But every time we draw a location from now on, we draw a horrible event to go with it. There's some good things in there, but for the most part, it's bad stuff.
So how would this work as far as...
Right now, we'd be drawing one world event during the Doom phase, so you would look at 2 and you could put them in any order you want.
And if I understood what they did, that might be helpful.
Yeah, it's true. Later, we'll be drawing a lot more because throughout the game, you're going to get cards that come up and speed up the process. So,
One more action. To be glorious. And so it costs an action the way of mine.
Then to go find me some more food.
yeah, that makes good sense. And you do know you have an attribute that says once per round you can re-roll search die. So you could re-roll one of those. And still, well, regardless, you get a food into your city for a failure. So.
Well, 2 of them got something.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Or you can put 2 right where you
I'll use my dice first.
Okay.
could. It would just
All
right.
First guy.
Got one. And that will go into his bag.
Yep. That is my go. I am going to
Second guy.
Well, there's even +1, and then
And that goes into his bag. There you go.
imagine that. When it was
Do I get one or not? Are you going to screw me? Or
Now, you mentioned how we have to get the scouts back. Can we trade between the scouts?
Well, we actually took trade out of the game as a mechanic because it was causing a lot of problems. So no. Yes, trade. That's why I skipped right over it when I was quickly going through the menu of actions.
Duplicate actions?
You cannot. No, you can only
Well, I control the world events, so watch this. Yeah, I'm deciding on what to do.
R&D.
R&D.
Yeah. Research and development. So you'll find.
Actually playing the.
Well, that's when during the build phase is when you put it out. So a lot of them have costs, and then events you can just play right away. All right. So now that it's come full circle, we'll do the Doom phase, and I've already explained it, so I was waiting for that, but I'll do it now. So B6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that'll flip, and we'll put out some fresh resources. And you got 2 purples go on there. Up there, and we'll see what happens. So it says, pray for us. We just can't take it anymore. This is fine. This isn't going to really hurt us right now. Every player rolls the random resource die. Any technology they have built that requires the resource that came up is broken. If it's already broken, then it's destroyed, which means it would be in your discard pile. But nobody's got technology yet, so we're all right. So we're just going to put that in discard. I'll pass that, and now you're the first player.
Ah, okay.
because it's totally random. It could be anything.
Okay. And do we have a hand limit?
7.
7. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It marks the unit is spent.
1, 2, 3.
Yes, yes.
Oh, please help yourself.
And go there. Okay.
Well, it also, what it does is like,
Search.
because the unit advanced, if
Nope.
somebody else shoots at it,
2 on the purple. Got it.
so the rules
Nice.
tell you what the unit's doing for computing
And 3.
abilities hit.
Third guy's getting lazy.
Get out there and dig.
All right, and we'll do some R&D.
But it also, like,
And done. That's happening. Resources and RDL.
it also helps because then you have people who, wait.
You're in the ocean.
I want to shoot those guys.
Oh, no, you're not.
on the
You're not.
branch, there's the die. Put a marker. It's there. It could. It could. This is there to prevent.
Mitch goes, and
You chose to not use it on you.
there you go. And remember, you do the round as soon as I pass this, it refreshes, so you could re-roll that other one if you wanted to, or just wait. It's kind of moot where you got the setup.
Oh, you got the second one.
Right, but then you have to.
Hey,
Look at that. 2 more for you.
Apparently they were waiting for it to grow.
Yeah, right? Yep.
There goes in the scout too.
Perfect.
You got Scout 2 and 4.
Oh,
Okay. The Tolkorians are making their move.
Can I do a big action?
Yes, you can.
Plus, it's easier just to keep the numbers.
The greenhouse, use 4 reds.
All right. There you go. And now,
Greenhouse. Well, greenhouse is operating. There's 2 food resources.
yep. And the way we play that is we just wait till it gets to our turn because we always forget otherwise. So just so you know, like
So at the beginning of your turn.
at the beginning is when you're about to move, you can just remember to grab 2 food.
Alright,
Okay.
think that was 3 of them.
That was 3 of them. Moves to thee.
Give me one move.
So
So they're gonna one's gonna go 1, 2, 3,
Okay.
and drop off his food. And
Unexplored
this food will
orders.
also do
All
a similar
scouts
thing.
on
It's gonna
this
go
route
there through the city.
except
Take his food.
receive an additional wound.
It's only our second turn, but I want to make sure you are aware of your attribute, because once per round you can do that to anybody. It just so you decide whether you want to hurt or help yourself, kind of thing.
And that's and I can add and subtract to anybody. So
Yep, you can add or subtract 1 die roll, 1 from any die roll, yourself or opponents. So pretty powerful.
Opponents. Okay, cool.
Yeah, exactly. I just wanted to make sure you understood that because it makes a big diff.
All right.
That's the one.
Scout
you
one.
did. Oh, it took that one.
And that's where if you wanted to, you could add, but you might want to save it. It's up to
Yeah,
you.
I'm gonna save it this time.
After that world event.
And I guess I'm gonna do it now.
Yeah, you saved it well, sir.
I was kind of hoping to use it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Use it to get 2 of those, but it's not. And then
All scouts on this.
to recruit a scout, it costs the 4.
Yep. And then they would just start right in your city.
And like to go, oh wait, I want to shoot.
Boom.
Who's great?
All right.
How do you know?
I am going to. I'll search first. Scout number 1. Nada. Jeez Louise. Scout number 2. Alright. Got that at least.
It's kind of the letting the finger off the chest.
Well, R&D.
Because, again, there are classless players. So let me say this. There are a classless group of players that will do bullshit. And so the simple marker
And I guess I'll move.
classless people are the same way with them.
So I'm actually going to go there and there. And just drop off my yellow. That's my 3.
Okay. So we're back to
So
me.
back to the world. So you draw a location.
G4.
Yeah. So that one.
You got it?
A red and a purple. And then you read that world event that applies there. So you read the top.
Cosmic rain. The atmosphere has done its job, splitting the dangerous meteor into small chunks. Ignore the upheaval bonus on this location. Place purple on all adjacent spaces.
Ooh, that was a really good one. So instead of that, all adjacent spaces take a purple instead. So that's one of those rare good ones.
Yeah.
Is there any caveat? Is there like poisons or anything that go with
No.
it? No. So there you go. And the qual just got super lucky. So that goes into your city storage. All right. Excellent. And then you pass that?
And I roll the die again.
Okay, when I get the 2 food.
Yes, you do. Right off the bat.
Now I win.
And who's he shooting at?
Alright, so let's see.
Okay.
So his damage
I
value
need a
is
direction to go now.
because it only has +1 penetration because it's HE.
Alright, so this is what'll happen. I'm going to first.
And your armor value is.
I'm gonna attack this guy. So 1 roll.
So, but you're open top and shooting from the top, so
So then I will
that
take it off.
So you're
It doesn't matter. I need a 5. If it was a 4, I would have asked for help. Actually.
Gotcha.
Oh, I would have given it. So instead, I will just. I'm ready.
No.
Wait.
That's the number above his.
No, I'm gonna kill you. So, taste the right.
You never go wrong.
Ariel scum. Smite.
To get to so okay, so his armor. You're shooting at
Yep.
And there can be only 4 resources.
No.
So.
Yeah, right? Be my friend.
The attack, I screwed up.
He's a fool.
But that's okay.
Because
I need to move.
I'll just recruit.
Okay. That's what
Green.
greenhouses are for.
Exactly what I need. 2 goes and everything.
Alright, you roll damage?
Greenhouse is definitely powerful.
I'm glad I thought that was a good one when I saw it.
Yeah, ones with pictures.
Pretty good. That looks good.
Yeah. Anyone with a picture is a pretty good bet.
That's it.
Yeah, I guess I'll move first.
Alright.
So I guess I'll go. Oops.
4, 5, 6.
And there.
Mobilize 3.
Let's two come back and there. Drop my his stuff.
And nothing up there.
This one, 1, 2, and 3. And drop all his stuff.
Excellent. All right.
We're gonna build.
Awesome, but that roll was the exact
I can build.
All right. Do it
So I'm
up.
going to build a whole section
All right.
with 2 purples and a green.
Wow.
Okay. So the first part of your ship is built.
Step 2.
And I guess I will search for my last action.
Okay.
I guess we know where to send the bio agents.
Yeah. Right.
Alright, S1.
Nada.
Nada. S2. I guess I'll bump it.
All right. That's worth a big bump.
And S3. Come on, guys.
Okay. And I will start with R&D.
You can build him as a build action, so if you build him, you can build other technology as well. So once he's built, he's just part of it. So if you can't use him, if he dies, he goes here. You're treated like a normal scout. And when you build him the first time, you end up.
And I will switch. I haven't been doing so great on that. Scout 1. Alright. He'll take blue, actually. And Scout 2. Nada. Alright.
Took me the whole game to find the mine. Like,
Yeah, there's 2 in your deck.
Yeah, okay. And then I'm going to take a chance. I have a special ability, so for my third action, I've got an attack action. I'm playing the espionage thieving guys. They're horrible. But I'm going to try to destroy your technology on a roll of 4 through 6. I will do so. So, I failed. Your greenhouse is alive and well. That's it. Yeah. So if it's broken, then it turns to the side and you can't use it. During the build action, you can rebuild. But there's also these things we have over here called fix-it tokens. So if you have any broken technology, at the beginning of your turn, just like you take your reds, you could take 1 chip and it represents a resource. And you can place it on any broken technology. So you can build it faster with a discount, but it does have to be rebuilt. So,
My turn?
to thee.
So attacking, is it adjacent or do you have to be in the same hex?
For you, you have a city, so you can just pick anyone that's not in their little safe zone, which is their city. So.
Oh, okay.
But it's just one hit.
Okay. Yeah, I think we're going to target your S3.
Okay.
Just 1 die?
1 die. 4 through 6. No, but because you're your attribute,
I can
you
reroll.
can re-roll that. So you got a pretty good shot at hitting people. Now you got a wounded scout.
Oh, sorry, it's S3, right?
Yep.
Now, if a scout dies in the world, whatever they're holding in their bag falls onto the space, so it's up for grabs.
Okay.
And if you're on a spot that gets called, if it's flipping for the very first time, you have a chance on a roll of 1 or 2, you take a wound. But if it's being removed, that scout and all resources, everything go back to the game supply. So, yeah. So as the game goes on, it gets more dangerous and more dangerous to be out there.
Can your city be destroyed?
It cannot, no.
I guess that'd be pretty bad first turn.
Yeah, right? City gone. When you draw a location card that your city's on, there's a bottom part of those world events, and it applies just to the poor guy that it hit. So. And they tend to be pretty bad because they're rare. Good-oke.
And then search, I guess.
Yep.
Number 1.
I turned down another card here that I wasn't using all the time.
I could have told you from the start.
Number 2.
From the start, it looked like he was really just going to.
Yeah.
Something just. Then somebody gets
3.
like, oh, hey.
Woo! That was the right roll at the right time.
Right?
Wait. Take that 5 and turn it to 4.
Yeah, once per round. So
Oh no, wait, I already
you already
used
used it, so no, you cannot.
Yeah, because unfortunately we're done.
Yeah, would have been nice. That's right.
That's right. I gotta wait for it to go around.
That's my turn.
That's it.
That's a hard one.
It is.
Because people attacking you,
Yes.
you want to use.
For yourself too. Yes, you're never sure. There you go.
Oh boy, H6 is getting new.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right above your world. And now, if you want to roll that random resource die, we'll put 2 of whatever you roll. 2 yellows. Okay, there you go. Sweet. And then you read the top one.
That's quietly. Dangerous wildlife.
All resources from their bag.
Scouts on this location roll a d6, 1 to 4 take a 1. Scouts on an adjacent location roll a d6, 1 to 2 take a 1.
Yes, and that will not count. You are safe in your city. Yes, city is pretty much a safe zone, so you're good. Yeah, it's a good time for that one. And then you pass the chip. And now you're first.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Playing this poorly.
Playing this will do a solo. Yes, exactly. I tried it.
Do you have a question?
Well, I was just going to make a comment that
Yeah.
the Kohol, his faction,
Play some mysterious tunnel chip on this hex.
if you're really good at playing the blind in poker,
Yeah,
that's
that's absolutely. Yep. Is he really good at playing the blind in poker?
I don't know. I've never played Bryce in poker.
All right. But yeah, that's exactly.
So he'll go 1, 2, 3.
That's just how things are.
3 will go back to the city.
Some of them there's that was 3, right? Yeah, I tried it.
Because I can do my
I don't know if you guys
search. So he's in the city.
He's in the city. He flips. Yep.
So S1.
Got one.
We're gonna search.
1.
That's what skill set. Make a mine in my dice roll skill set.
That's rough. Okay.
And for the final,
Wow.
I guess I can do my special ability.
Absolutely.
And player may look at the upcoming location cards,
And put them in.
plus an additional location card, and place them in any order.
Right. So right now you're taking 2. So his power is similar to yours. You look at what's happening, and he looks at where it's happening.
That creates an interesting potential co-op
Yeah.
situation.
Absolutely. With those 2.
Yeah.
And the other thing is Telcor's got a horrible attack that is in conjunction with their special power, in which they can spend some purple to apply city event to anyone of their choice.
Oh, wow.
But it costs a lot to build.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
when they know what's happening, they can really just set it up to be like, I know exactly what I'm going to do to you, and you are a goner.
Alright, I believe that's my 3.
All right. Then let me see. I'm going to start with search. Scout 1, nada. Scout 2, nada. So I get a food. Because of that, my next thing will be to build. So I'm building my 5th scout. You only build it as technology once. Once you do that, I just sort of now have 5 scouts in my pool. So from this point forward, he's treated like any other scout. And then...
Semi-stenciled with the wrong number.
Yeah, exactly. Last action. I'm going to R&D. All right. That's it for me. I'm definitely can't get out of second gear here. All you, my friend.
Okay. I can search and then move, right? Or search.
Yes,
and
you can do them in any order.
That's what I thought.
And it's a good thing for you if you're looking to be on the attack to watch where this is at, because if you know he was able to put a scout in there right away and heal him.
Yeah.
But if now when it comes to him, he's not going to get to move, right?
Yeah.
So just a point. You'll be able to get a 1-2 punch in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna search first.
Okay.
Nope. 2
Down there with me, nothing.
and 3.
1.
Change the 5 to 4. I didn't
Boom.
use my ability this time.
None.
So I get a red for
You
nothing.
do get a red for nothing. Get a red for nothing.
Okay.
All right.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2,
Basically, once you
3.
build that scout, it's like part of this card. It just turns into
1, 2, 3.
Scout, you can
So 1 and 3s. Offload.
Yes, they do.
yeah, exactly.
Relatively safe because these guys are in the mix. The city storage isn't as safe as it usually is. I've got things that might be able to let me steal, but they're hard to really get going.
Then I will R&D for my third.
Okay.
I actually kind of wanted them to kill me.
Yes, you do.
The recovery thing or whatever.
Yeah, greenhouses are very powerful, especially when people like him out there blowing you away, and you're just like, so what? Build me a scout.
So trying to shoot.
So I'm going to spread out.
So I'm guessing there's some kind of weaponry cards that'll be able to be purchased at some point.
Exactly. There's two races that start with it as an ability, but everyone else can build. And for him, his weaponry increases so that his powers become really scary. Oh. So you do get a food if you failed. Oh, you got one. Oh, curses.
Well, there's worse things than that.
Yeah, it's true.
So you get food when you fail?
Yeah, if every single one of your scouts fails to produce anything, you get a food automatically in your storage.
Not
So
every
they all have to fail. They all have to
Right, all of them have to fail. So I mean, the idea is that like,
Yeah,
you,
at least we get one every time.
yeah, that, and hopefully maybe build scouts to help you get more
Yeah.
chances to search. And yeah.
Maybe limit the range.
No, because you have to use an action.
All right, so you can go ahead and start your. Oh no, it's the Doom phase, so you might want to wait if there's something that'll.
Can I still do that?
Do you? Well, you.
You have to
One of
action.
my 3 actions.
That's one of your 3 actions.
I'm not going to put my pendant on that scout.
Oh, that's attributes are 3 things.
That's and ability you have to spend. Yeah. But yeah, I think you probably get started.
D4.
D4 is that? Yep, you got it.
They just don't, yeah, they just don't put out.
Okay. Roll a purple. Or green.
Alright, Nuker, you got us again.
Yeah. Oh, I thought it was just 3. Well, it was 3. There you go. And then
First player
you read the top.
red, bracket scout.
All the good ones are coming, it looked like.
Location band, rich load. Who could have known the abundance we would uncover double the upheaval bonus, ignoring the 4 resource
Wow.
limit.
Okay, yeah, there's only 4 resources allowed on a tile. In this case, we can ignore it. So now there's 6 green on that tile.
Wow.
All right. Would have been nice if you rolled a purple. That's it. And then I get this. Yeah, there's plenty of purple. All right, let's see. I have to give up on
Pick up more
this.
than one at a time.
Yeah, right. All right, I'm gonna start with a move this time. I'm tired of this nonsense. So that's bad. 1, 2, 3. Well, I'll go there. And he's going to stay. So that goes home. Then I'm going to search. Come on, fellas. I'm actually going to start with number 5. I'm just feeling it. Come on, 5. No. And 1. Okay, I'm gonna actually take the yellow. And 2. Nothing.
Yeah.
R&D.
Time to go. Alright.
Each player must reshuffle a discard card into the city deck and place the end of nine with it.
And if you don't have this card pile, you have to shuffle.
It's horrible.
Yeah, okay, I'll try that. I keep changing my strategy, which doesn't help. Alright.
Well, you can definitely see that being a problem, like in the early stage when you only have like one card or two, you know.
Right. So like, I got choices now, at least. Let's see what I gather.
You know what I do? Failing to gather a bunch of stuff. I have all these strategies I haven't.
That's funny.
We're in R&D.
That's another part of the balance is like there's events in there that can really help you search as well. Like roll 5 additional dice or 2 additional dice, and then you're rolling a bunch. So.
The location deck, is there like 2 of each location?
Exactly. So it will.
So the only places that are new to events are here.
Exactly. But now they're already gone, so they're causing other types of problems, right?
So this game could go horribly wrong if it just goes straight across. And just
Oh yeah, there's a lot of random elements, but there's also technology to help you. Like every race has some sort of thing that can help them get over holes in the world. Everybody's got something called terraforming as an event that can stop pieces from being removed. So there's little things that can help you, but yeah, depending on how it breaks, it can be, it can be nasty.
all the fuel's on the other side of the board.
Right? Yeah.
I think the world is after you that you shot it through weapon.
You try.
Can I build anything as long as
Whatever
I
you
have?
can afford, as long as it's out of city storage, you can build whatever, like for one action.
Green.
All right. Making a move. Making a move.
I heard Red started a
Oh my
Yeah.
I'm assuming the ship, unlike the technologies, can't be damaged.
They can be, but they can't be damaged by like me. I have a thing where I was attacking your, but the world can hurt them.
Well,
So,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I
So,
assume the world-
and they rebuild the same way. The world can pretty much do anything. The world is a mean mistress.
So you can't just run over with your scouts and start attacking their ship.
That would be cool, but no.
We're gonna build a mine.
Oh, God.
That's our mine icon, and I can put it on any tile to produce essentially that tile.
That's right. Now, based on what I'm seeing, you also, if you're close to your city, you can be like just like running in and out with it. So
Yeah.
I'm just sort of throwing it out there.
Yeah.
And then when you're rolling this like many times, you get lots of different stuff. So can't do it. Okay.
All right, and that's my 3 actions.
Yep. Okay. Goes to you.
Start searching.
Oh, beautiful.
4, 5, 6.
Oh, you're on scout 2. You can get 1 of each, blue and purple.
You got that. All right. So your prayers were heard, and you're like, I just can't collect resources.
Lazy guys, just get this new backpack.
Wow. Okay. Another blue.
How about this little guy over here?
All right.
Okay.
There you go.
Wow, this seems like it'd be really safe to run now.
That was my 3rd action.
Especially since I'm so close.
Yeah, and I mean, if you like the situation, you could even do what I call the
Yeah,
scout dance, where they just sort of switch places and everything goes home.
I'm just one little scout.
I'm not worried about it.
I can't imagine you being worried about me.
So I'm
It's a weird looking world over there.
A little bit behind here. To search this area, I roll 2.
So you do a search action, and all of your scouts are going to get the search, except for this guy who isn't the card.
Right. And then in order for me to pick up the reds, it's always going to say search. Okay.
So you can say search.
Yep. I'm gonna start with this. I'm gonna go in order. That's 2, that's 4.
Get more cards in order.
2 is
Four. I mean, where are the areas?
Got 1
And it does behoove you if you have an event. Right now would be a good time to play it and just throughout the course of the game. You'll see on their board they're like almost done with their game. These little cards at the top come out and it speeds up so that the doom phase increases rapidly. But they also sort of allow you to mess with a discard pile. So if you've thrown things away, you can sort of get it back at that time. Events usually. It was so crazy. The deli was pretty crowded over there. And like everybody got the emergency alert kind of at once on their cell phone. It was just like, it sounded like the end of the world. I was like, what is happening right now? It's like everybody. I was like, it kind of matches our game. It's like, okay, report to like your bunker.
Central Arizona just got dry.
Yeah, right.
Heavy rain. Oh, okay.
Heavy rain, right?
I'm just gonna move S5 back in.
It could have been way worse. It could have been like earthquake.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Meteorite.
Now this meteorite was good. Since the atmosphere did its job, splintered all that purple out there.
You got some time now?
Well, the doctors who have borders helped me out.
Oh, I got the feeling there. That's right.
Getting into the arena.
I really need to wrap up.
Out.
I can steal that, right?
The sandstorms.
Oh, you're right.
Oh,
I guess I'll move.
Building a stairwell.
1, 2, 3.
He's too over his
3 will go over here.
You guys are
S1 will.
the best
We're all up
players
players.
in
Very
the
important.
Wow.
Man, you guys need to come.
You want your green.
We're working on
Or
Might
yeah.
as well get some while they're here and they're fresh.
Yeah.
That's a whole
We'll
I have a feeling I'm not going to rush.
start with S1. Nope.
third action.
I moved.
Take it.
I moved.
Did you move?
I didn't move.
No, you were there.
There's 2 over
You
there.
did
Way up at the top of the world. Woo!
Do you have to take the
In fact, big bucks.
Big bucks.
How many we got? 3, 4.
All right.
And that would be my turn.
And now it goes to the world. So C4, very explosive space. This could hurt people because there's a lot of things that happen to spaces that are adjacent. So we'll see. Well, the atmosphere is thinning. Athobrae's atmosphere is becoming dense with poisonous particulates. All scouts are -1 to their movement this round. So that is, temporary world events. We're going to put it there. And that means that just for this round only, and that's a reminder, everyone can just move to. There are things called remains in play, and they stick around for a long time.
Yeah.
They tend to affect like a biome type. Yeah. There you go.
I guess that's the hardest one.
Okay.
The rest are zeros.
Still sucking balls.
I know, right?
2, 3.
I'm going to let that one there. Make that one happen first. You're already crying.
Yeah. Only,
Oh, yeah.
Only 2. Yeah.
That's right. Thank you.
You're all going to cry.
And all these
I'm
special
gonna
rules
cry
about
too,
where I
actually.
can keep track
So
of
you're
them.
Exactly.
I'm gonna move.
There's little things. That's why. Hopefully that helps. But
I like to make
Y'all having it out on the board that I was,
Well,
oh yeah, we got that thing.
I'm not going to
What did it do? Slow
Yeah.
it down.
Yeah, you might as well.
slows you down.
And now I gotta start planning my moves around for 2.
I'm sorry.
Exactly.
There's only one guy. It's just that one
Because it's
guy.
right, it's his mind.
Exactly.
I went
So
there, I was
It's really
scouting
the
zone.
one.
nobody could use that spot to search on. You can still walk into it, but only he can search there. and he rolls an additional die and is successful on 3 through 6 now on that space only. So it's a super surge.
Got a good way to get rid of green now.
Yeah, he's the green machine.
Huh?
Except
Okay.
that you could turn the 3 into a 2 because his mine he's now successful.
Oh, he's doing it there.
Yeah.
Never mind. I thought he was going after that.
But you could still subtract 1 from him. You could still say 3 minus 1 is 2, and he fails. No. Okay.
I'll hold it up. Hopefully he'll cover the better use.
Okay.
So everybody breaks
And that's
That's why I looked at you.
Oh.
It does not include shit. It only includes the
Yeah, it's not this card. Because I am playing sure.
I'll target that scout.
We have technology.
Scout 2, far from home.
There are repair chips here. At the beginning,
And he's a wounded.
I can drop that to a 3.
He can. And then he can re-roll his dice, though. So.
It's basically
Go!
Yeah, but it's medical mistakes.
Exactly. Why are you just going to take it? No, I love it. That's what is good to use your power for a lot. Yeah. Those attacks. Okay.
So that's move, search, and attack. Done.
Boom.
Okay. Yeah, start search 1.
And all your lasers are broken.
Got one. Is that a yellow? Okay.
Yellow.
You're going to leave the exposed purple?
Yeah.
Okay. It goes in the bag.
Search 2.
3. When I didn't have enough
Search 3.
to fill out the squad.
Come on. Yeah.
Let's get a blue.
Okay.
In the process,
Attention, it isn't easy out there to trust anyone. All scouts sharing a location receive 1 wound. Scouts that are not sharing a location lose 1 resource from their bag.
Then I can build.
Excellent.
Yes.
Woo!
So all you guys get wounded.
Oh my goodness.
Nice.
And then you don't have any resources now.
Awesome.
I did do it right.
Okay. So you got technology active. Uh-huh. And that means
Once the temple's built during a movement action, Tolkorian scout may roll a d6 on a 4 to 6. That scout may pass over empty hex tiles, which I assume are these.
yep.
Yeah.
On 1 to 3, movement is.
Okay.
And I got a blessed testimony.
Jesus.
So just check to see if you got
See, he knows what these things mean.
Yeah.
One will place 3 negative effect conversions.
So those are your little tokens? Yeah, so it's the white ones. Yeah. The other ones are pendants, and that's... Yeah.
As an action, I may convert an opponent's scout on the same hex tile. The converted scout immediately gives 2 of their resources to my scout, and I now consider neutral for Tolkar.
Right. So they cannot...
Refresh to get more of these back.
Yeah.
Wow.
Very good. So yes, he can go around and convert people, and if they're scout-directed attacks, they can no longer... That scout is no longer in the mix there, and... Yeah, so...
I have no idea if it was good or not, but it's like, hey, I can do these, and it sounds like not fixtures, they're my race typey things.
They're your race typey things, exactly right. The temples are very powerful.
Religious converter.
Yep. You are. Your mystic pendants are really good for searching too if you come across them.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I gotta do R&D a bunch.
Yeah. All right. That was your 3, yeah?
Yeah.
Alright, so I guess we'll do move.
Did not.
You can do the effect going of 2, right?
We're exactly correct.
1, 2.
Yes, smart.
Place this card in
But this was a late
scouts on plane.
So yeah, I was really
Did you get your 2 for the beginning? I thought you did too. Don't forget.
So leave S1 where he is.
Although that's a lot.
Yeah, you want all those
Well, it
readings,
says,
right?
yeah, but on it, it's not moved. So I move onto it.
so this one.
The next turn I move
Well,
on.
he's getting them.
Well, like this,
That's the kind of thing that converts people. He, by the way, is immune to your conversion. He's a scientist. He's pragmatic, and just who he is, he cannot be converted. It's like
Alright, and S2 will look for some red resource. Nope.
no. Okay,
Holy moly.
that was a denial.
And like this one.
Resources.
Let me do my special ability. Let me look at the top 3 location cards.
All right.
I will discard the reroll.
So what I'm getting
Okay, so I can
as a
actually
strategy for him doing that would be to make sure the location's not near his guys because it may spill over.
Exactly. Or on
Looks like a
him,
lot of them can
or like
spill over.
that. The only way a mine can be heard is if it's called from a card like this. If it flips over or is removed, then the mine is out of the game. There's 2 of them in there, but it's out. So another thing is to save your mine for a little. Try to use it as much as you can.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. So when it's a good time to give up one of my collecting actions to start looking at those events.
Yeah.
Because I can see how that's useful, but it's like, when is that good
Exactly.
for
And
our
it's
mind?
like, as a newbie, it is kind of hard to feel that. I'll tell you this. Pretty soon, those special events are going to come out. And when you can look at 3 or 4 at a time, it's a much better deal. So
So probably a little, not doing too bad to not do it early.
early on, it's probably okay.
Right now, I'd look at like 2 and stack them.
Exactly. And next time you'll look at 3 and stack them, then 4 and stack them. And by the end of the game, you can look at 5 and stack them. So
Yeah, but then
by that point,
also,
you're like,
It can
yeah.
also prepare you, like you know what's coming. I just did it. I cleared things out of my storage because I knew it's going to affect storage.
Because there's things in here that will affect all sorts of stuff. So he put his scouts into his city, took it all into their bags, and then he saved his stuff. And he knew and nobody else knew. Although they might have guessed, like, looking like why is that? So, in any event, I'm going to move first. I can't do that. 2. He's going to stay. All right, that's just like that. It's just a shame. And now I'm going to search. Scout 1. Thank you. Thank you, Scout 1. I'm going to move over to Scout 5. No, I'm going to go. Let's go Scout 2. Good. Now Scout 5. Damn. All right. And R&D. Damn it. Alright, just take then. Well, let me see. I can't hurt mines.
That is my.
I'm going to attack your greenhouse again. So on a 4 through 6, I'll break it.
So if I roll 2 success,
God, your greenhouse is impenetrable. My God, I had a 50% chance twice.
it's made out of cheap plastic, so
All right,
it's just easy to repair.
It's like, duct tape repairs. I love it. Yeah.
Thank goodness you didn't hit a ribbon track.
All right, so now it goes to the world event.
and then set mines on the other.
G6.
Pretty screwed.
I don't believe somebody else was the
Oh, the forest lands.
Close to
Nuclear war amongst friends.
We got 2 of those, and then you read that. You're gonna be okay this time.
It's getting worse.
Yep.
Special event, each player may take an event from their discard pile and place it into their hand. Place this card on the board. From now on, pull 2 locations and 2 events at the beginning of each round.
That doom face. So that one goes up there, special event, and nobody had anything in their discard pile, but usually it is just events.
discard pile if it's an event that's used or if
An event that's used, or if those things get destroyed. Exactly.
Does the other effect go away now? The slow.
Oh yeah, that would go away. Absolutely. Boom.
Okay, so I
And
get 2 food, so I don't forget this stuff.
excellent. Yeah, it looks like you're ready to
upset with me.
And that's a May, so if you realize like I can't do anything with it anyway, you don't have to fill up your storage.
They're all gonna move.
Yeah, so I have
So that got a hard choice. I don't know whether I should search and move so I can find stuff I can deliver it, or get the other guy out of it.
Right? That is a weird choice. That's yes. All right.
Then I should move.
You are a wise, wise man, Mitch.
Maybe.
He doesn't like you. But that's one action, right?
It's a search action.
Gotcha.
So if you have people out searching and somebody here, you can heal them.
Okay.
And remember, if you can go on the same space as someone as an action, you can convert them. You'd want to do like if they've got good stuff in their bag, because you get to steal their stuff when you do it. Have you heard the good news, brother?
Yeah, but all my guys.
I've heard the word is the bird. I thought everybody knew that.
But I've got really good mace over here.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. You're unassailable.
So I get this and the yellow.
Ooh.
The knock on the door.
Yeah, you have gone forth and multiplied. One blue.
Yeah, just like now, to use it.
3 is green and purple.
Let's do my reroll now, just in case.
So you want the purple or the?
Purple.
Yeah. Purple's always a good bet. Jeez Louise.
Wow, that was a great search.
That was a great search.
So if I steal your technology and it's broken, then mine's broken also?
You just can't. I'm sorry until I fix it.
Okay.
That's a good almost pass.
And how many can I build with this one?
Does this mean I can use his laser?
You can still use this laser. You can only build one fix.
I mean, build
Well, even though
So
you
really I don't need to repair
one action.
not unless you want to steal
Something else.
You could probably go, Bryce. I'll just get
Okay.
a card.
Sweet.
Alright. This guy.
So the little numbers up in the corner mean anything, or those just...
That's kind of like for us to be able to like. So when you say like there's a typo here or this card really confuses me, we can be like card number 57 Tulkor, and then we can fix it easily.
So it's not like that's the number in the deck, or...
No,
There's a number
no.
on the card
It's
to keep track of.
yeah. Exactly. There's 34, Brad, 34 cards in the technology deck.
Person, so
Yeah.
I can see why that would be a very big help with the starting. Okay, how do we? Which card was bad?
Exactly. Especially with this many cards, we're like, oh my god. Yeah. Which card? Now I'm confused.
So I moved.
So wait, so now
I guess I'm
you
gonna
guys
build.
attacks anyone.
All right.
And I'm going to build technology, the BESS. And it is shielding?
Yes, it is shielding. You're good.
So I'm going to pay 2 blue, 1 green, 3 shield tokens.
Yep.
I'll go to the card, and then as an action, you may equip scouts with shields from this card. So do they have to be at the city to do that?
Nope.
Or is it just
Now
like,
it's you
I
use an
spend all my
action.
actions, all my guys get shields.
Yes, exactly. So if you spend an action, you can just put them on whoever you want. That's a pretty good thing to have. And then I believe that's a weird one. It says place the yellow shields and put a blue in your city storage. So there you go.
Can I get 1 back?
You kind of get 1 back. Yeah.
Let's also. So then we'll do a search. Finish out my last turn.
Okay.
This guy back over. And we're gonna search S1. Purple.
Excellent.
And S3.
Good.
I'm gonna take a red on that one actually.
All right.
Oh, you are so lucky.
All right. So that was all 3? Okay. So then also, just so since you're an attacker, you know, what the shield does is basically give him an additional wound. So if you attack him, he's got a shield. The shield goes first, then he's wounded, then he's dead. So shield's pretty good. All right, I'm going to search first. Yeah, scout number 1, come on. Good man. And scout number 2, nothing. Scout number 5, 1. Cool. All right. And then we are going to go home. Oh, he doesn't make it home. Crap. He doesn't have anything. It's okay. We moved, and now I will not build. I'm killing your greenhouse. I've had it with that greenhouse. Oh my god! You and your duct tape.
I know. Putting this thing halfway underground would work.
That's it. It's up to you.
What the official term is for that? I know that's something down.
That is, yeah. I can't remember what it's called either, but I have heard of that. Yeah. Sick.
Well, and they got the fiber optics now that they can channel actual real sunlight into underground spaces too.
Really? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, they're doing it in New York and Toronto, I think.
All right, that is high tech.
Pretty good. Pretty good. Usually a lot of the abandoned skyscrapers are old factories that are multi-tiered.
Yeah, and there's a lot of abandoned subway tunnels in New York anyway, like a lot. Yeah. There you go. I like it.
Mount the pig part with fiber optics to keep someone from covering it or tagging it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It is New York, so
It is true. This is the East Side's fiber optic, yo. You're making me want asparagus.
Now to build.
my greenhouse over in Canada.
Oh, curses.
You are sad that
Okay.
you said that you messed with the Tolkor, I must say.
Welcome to Tolkar. We have cabbage.
Search. Scout 1.
That's your big conversion thing.
Scout 2.
Rude.
Scout 3.
Oh man.
So what do you have? You're about to get.
Search.
So I can spend the purple and apply city effects to anybody else's city.
Okay.
Alright.
I wish I had that one more time. I would have done it.
So we're gonna start with Sir.
World events, is that one location now or two locations for 2 events?
It's well, you do the location, world event, location, world
Okay,
event.
so it's a
So,
location
yeah,
for.
yeah. Every time you draw one of these comes with it, kind of thing.
Well, at least one hex won't be hit too bad. Then, well, 2 things.
Go start Scout 2.
2 things is what makes it kind of like.
Technically, it could, because a lot of the towns that aren't flipped could get hit double depending on how the shuffle.
Exactly.
They are.
Well, it's really all credit.
But cities are only going to get hit once, if at all,
Yeah.
because you've already
Right,
flipped it once, right? Yeah.
But if you get hit doubly by one that's next to you,
Pretty brutal.
Oh, you mean like when stuff falls into your storage?
yeah.
Yeah, like when stuff just falls into your storage. It was the splintered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, B6.
Okay. Yep, that's history, right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's it. Gone. So all of this just returns, and then
That fixes where I was gonna go.
Roving bandits, remove 1 exposed resource from this hex tile. Remove exposed resources in this order.
So that
It's
doesn't
not
really
there, so
matter.
That was a good time
Yep.
for that to hit.
Exactly, and then.
And at F7.
Oh no! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
That's horrible.
That is horrible. So because it's being removed, that you are dead.
We're trying to, but
So that guy and his.
And the resources go back into the game supply. They've fallen into the chasm.
that's all I have. If I know the person.
It is. That's why it's fun to get it home right away. What happened there?
Time is running out.
Yeah, it's pretty much just nothing. I didn't destroy.
Flip an additional.
I feel we all win. It's just
Oh, jeez. It's increasing, so once again.
Location C7.
Oh my god, that's so bad for you!
5, 6, 7.
Yeah! The world.
Planet hates us.
Oh my god. And then whatever it says there.
Oh, you did shuffle it.
Oh my god.
Yes, it was.
We just got all that too.
Bonus resources placed
Now,
on the
honestly, I
screen.
can just pick up whichever I
As
want.
flipped, if the hex
Yeah,
tile
you
is
have to-
removed,
well, you still gotta-
flip an adjacent hex tile.
Uh-oh, okay.
Ignore its upheaval bonus and do not draw an additional world event.
So what that will do is it'll. There's a rule that says if you ever draw a card that the thing is already gone, so this is making that maybe eventuality happen, you draw an additional 3 of these, so it gets crazy.
Oh wow.
But so basically, as the first player, you just get to flip over or remove that one. If you
Remove
want.
that one.
Yep.
But we ignore whatever grows there.
Right. So
It'd almost be worth getting rid of the one that's already flipped because
it's already flipped. Yeah.
Yeah, but
that'd be the nice thing.
That would be the nice thing to do. He just got killed by the world, so it's funny too. It's like happening like on that whatever meridian. No.
Hemisphere.
Oh my God.
Well,
None of
Bum, 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 bum.
one less fuel.
I'm actually sad that I couldn't.
That was brilliant. All right. That was a horrendous.
just got past me.
Yep.
Yeah.
So now that that just gets passed to him,
You can spend a
and now it's a new round.
affect any
Oh,
city.
good lord.
So you see how
This has been a brutal world.
Alright, here's my first action. Second ability. Can I look at the top cards?
You surely can. So now that you're drawing 2, you look at 3 and stack them, right?
Yeah.
nothing. Scout 3, which is over here. 4 is purple.
So is this just a microphone?
Yeah.
Scout 5.
Yeah. I feel so like. Where were you on the night of January 16th?
Alright, so that was 2 actions.
Ouch.
I'm just gonna go ahead and take that. Nope.
Yeah. Currently, I don't have the capacity to get like multiple people with the lavalier.
Yeah. But this is pretty good Omni. Like, I'm impressed.
I
Thank you.
That makes good sounds.
Now, do you get to read the world event before you
Oh,
send
so
something
for
purple?
building the ship, you only need like one ball card. You only need-
Exactly. One of each, and then on the back of your menu card, there it tells
Shows
you
you how
how
many
many.
times they show up.
Yeah. Okay. Got that.
I just want to make sure it's not like I gotta collect the whole set.
No, just one of each.
Every scout currently on a force textile takes one.
But it's annoying when you get amazing technology and the antimatter chamber together, and you're just like.
No one cares about
Grr.
Oh, look at that. I died.
No,
They're all
one of
dead.
his. Oh,
All the tiles are gone. Oh man, we lost all that.
wow. Nice.
Looks like endgames. Anybody?
What cards are we putting in?
Don't keep that.
I have 2, he's got 3,
This
he's
one
got
is
2.
horrible.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds great for the first couple lines of text, and it's like,
Maybe not. Okay. So that was it, right?
that's it.
All right. I'm gonna start with a move. Wait, I gotta double check what I'm doing.
Keep moving.
It's not gonna happen.
All scouts must move this turn and may not stop their movement in the same
All right.
style.
So Scout 1 is gonna go 1,
Sucks for you.
You should turn that one in.
And Scout 5 is going to go
For the city one, you have to move forward
out into the
to
world. And Scout 2 is going to move right next door. Okay. Then I'm going to build. Going to start with my untraceable burglary kits. So now, as an action, I can spend a green cube and steal from anybody's city storage except for the fuel. I can't steal fuel with this card. So. And then I will also build a mine. So there you go.
I'm not mad at you, so.
Boom. And I'm going to put my mine right there.
Specifically for the qual.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So I moved, I built, and now I will search. So, Scout number 1. Got nothing. Scout number 5 next. Nothing. But Scout number 2, hopefully will. So that's 3 unless you want to subtract anything.
Sure.
Okay, so 2 rolls of the random resource. Yellow and red. That was Scout 2. That's it.
Okay.
I know.
And I'm going to spend the first
I'm gonna search.
I'm gonna RD.
Well, we need some else stuff.
Purple.
Oh, thank God.
Antimatter?
No, that's built.
Oh, okay.
Like, here, I'll show it.
Move.
Cool. Oh, another hole, thank God. This is not one I need.
Yeah.
I was about to be scared.
Yeah, you have to choose between 2 shipwrecks you need.
Yeah, 2 that I need. I'm like, no! I'm gonna search.
R&D.
You have to move off.
Okay.
Yes. So search first, you want to you might as well.
I will.
I will then
Proceed to.
You have a lot of readers.
yellow, purple.
Yeah, and I love the replayability of it because there's so many random elements between the cards and the like where things are going to be, where your city ends up. It's like changes every time. I don't think I've ever played the same game twice. We've been doing it playtesting for at least a year and a half. So it's
And I'll target that guy.
all right.
And that's my turn.
All right.
The point of them being double colored.
In the future, we are going to have like Best 2.0, where you'll have green shields and you'll actually have a bunch. So we're just sort of planning ahead for an expansion. We've got some expansion
A
ideas.
base and an upgraded version.
Exactly.
One blue.
Okay. And don't forget you get your greenhouse food. I've tried to kill it so many times. I want you to make sure you get your asparagus, your cabbage.
Search 3.
I already used my thing. I can't help you.
Yeah, right.
Am I doing freezing anymore?
Oh, now the rules are based.
All right.
There's a game called Kaluba. It's kind of like, it's not quite as complicated. It's almost like this in reverse.
Oh,
Kaluba, you're building an island.
gotcha.
Options where this is like,
Boom! It's all falling to pieces. Yeah.
You guys don't really know what I have. My purple's low.
Since you're not in the video, like now.
I like the words.
All right, it's cool. I mean, now that I'm on video, I don't know that it matters.
Well, but they don't know that happened.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I called in sick work, so I was like, I don't want to be on the Facebook.
Should get rid of them. So R&D search.
Looking real sick there, playing a game in Arizona. I'm from Southern California too, so it's like.
Well, you can search. You have to move at some
You
point.
just can't end in the same place at the start.
I think I'm finally going to use my oracle.
All right, so you get 3 of these.
build more than one thing, right?
What?
You understand you can build more than one thing.
Yes, you want me to look that up?
That's bullcrap. Did you just win?
Pardon?
I'm like, did you just win?
Excellent.
Yeah, so if you
Oh, okay.
to build, you can afford it. You can do it.
All right. And you did that just in time for the Doom phase to come. So you got one on us there. So now you do 2 every time. So it's location and roll
We're
the
gonna go with E6,
Okay.
which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
Should have taken all his yellow.
Oh, that's pretty good. One measly purple. And whatever you did. Oh, that's so nice.
Top one,
Yeah, top.
Sunny days are here again. No additional effects.
Woohoo! All right. And then the second one.
Second card, location G2.
Oh, excellent.
So when we say
You know what's going to happen when we
Oh,
put the 2.
that was F2.
It is F2. Oh my god. I see. That's really bad. So now we know that's bad. So yeah, I'm sorry to say, your mine is gone. So out of the game because it flipped.
Yeah.
But at least it's flipping for the first time. So you just have to roll a dice on a 1 or 2. You take a wound. You did. So and now you read that. Good eyes, by the way. That would have really screwed things up.
Location event. It could be worse. No additional effect.
Wow.
Last turn hurt.
And like all of them in there though.
So
Yeah.
we're gonna roll this
4 times.
4 times. So 1 purple.
Woo, 4 purples. No, you roll that 1 time and then it's 4 times the result. So 4 purples. So your mine dying maybe wasn't so horrible.
Yeah.
That ain't so bad.
That's nice.
All right, and then I get this.
And
I'm gonna start with a search.
What am I gonna
No, I'm gonna go ahead and start. Yeah. Okay, I'll move. I'll move first. 1, 2, 1, 2. And 1, 2. Nah, he'll stay. He's gonna stay there. Then I'm going to spend a green to use my burglary kits, and I am going to steal. I'm gonna steal a purple from the Qual City Storage. There you go. Can do it once per round there, so everybody better watch. As long as I have green to spend, and then I'll search.
So the guy who was first, that comes back around and the tile moves, he now becomes last. It's almost like you're almost losing a turn. You're
Almost losing a turn. Exactly.
Well, it's a way to get rid of the first turn advantage.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Actually, I was just like, yeah, it's kind of interesting.
Oh, I get 1 more. All right, so 2 successes. Unless you want to. No, you can't mess with me. Unless you want to add 1, you could mess with me actually.
Yeah,
too close.
especially if his pockets were already full. That would just be fun.
Yeah, right. Food and blue, and then I'm gonna do scout number 2.
Except the way you've been getting attacked.
All 3.
Food,
Food, yellow, green. There it is.
That was a good thing there isn't a white side on that die. And that'd be a good time to do it.
All right.
Oh, you didn't get the white.
Boom. All right, I got lots of
That was a good turn.
good thieving stuff for me. Finally. All right, and that's so I moved and I searched and I'll R&D. No, I stole. I will not R&D. Sorry. All righty.
All right, well, I will use my 1 scout on the board to search.
Oh, you got a purple.
I'm sure that failing wouldn't have been good because at least you got 4 food and another scout.
Exactly. Right.
That's sort of what I was counting on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, darn, I didn't fail.
Yeah, it's funny. You actually want to fail.
Hey, you can change it.
Move.
Now, do I choose the options?
Everybody chooses their own.
Individually. Okay. So all of us have to choose one of these.
2, 3.
City storage.
So he removed there.
Destroy all built technology.
Destroy as in discard into your discard. Break all.
Still don't have a blue.
You don't want any lasers. Break all
Add slowness poison to all your scouts. Now, what is slowness poison to?
It's -1.
I don't care about that. That's why I'm saying.
That's what everybody
Definitely
takes.
not emptying storage.
I'll build my hull.
Woo,
Not
all right.
destroy- not
All
destroy my
built.
technology.
Beautiful.
And third action.
Yeah.
No, that was third action.
I'm going with slowness.
You searched, you moved, and you built. So yeah,
I'm going with
down to Mitch.
Greenhouse food, more cabbage.
Okay.
Here's some cabbage.
Is this the poison?
The weakness is this one here.
I just had ninja convert red into something useful.
Well, you can turn it into the Scout 1, who's still in, who's like.
Yeah, well, if he hadn't died, I wish
No, but you can
We
recruit him.
have to
Yeah.
do it, so whatever it is you have to do,
I can't see
it's
six,
break the
nine,
machine.
but I can see the 2-story building.
He's not useful.
I will be showing you those.
It does. But I'm not going to do it. It's not worth the purple. I'm trying to
So you
stop
recruit.
Alright, so 2 more to get. So what are you doing? He's not doing it. He already did it. He already did this slow this.
All right.
You just put those on all your scouts. Yeah, we just have the one. Yeah, oh, that's right, guys. Holy crap. Turn that down, Turbo.
It's intense.
Would this apply to
What?
one zone or all this turn?
If you're in the mountain, it would apply to that Scout.
Well,
So-
would it be all, if I did a search right now, would it be every scout that searches or one zone?
One zone. It's only in the mountains. It says. I think. It might say in the
Performing
forest.
a search in mountain or forest.
So yes, any Scout that's in the mountain or forest.
All
But
these have to destroy
I'm gonna
them.
play that before I start searching because
I see now why you did what you did. Yeah, you are.
That's the pot.
2,
Wow.
3,
There it is. All right.
What's that cave and destroy all of
and
it?
4.
To activate out
Do my reroll.
D1.
Okay, so I'll take 2 purple.
Okay.
3 and
We have no scouts left.
That's good. So that was an event that said like his first success could be considered a purple. That's like your little discard. Yeah.
now I finally have a discard.
You finally got a discard pile.
Scouts currently on a desert next to That's my city.
Even though that's a
It's my city.
Oh,
Contamination.
fruit move.
Something
Yeah,
came back with those resources.
None.
Break one
about what else to
technology
do.
or blueprint that requires yellow to build.
Well, you can. In fact, we encourage it.
Yeah,
I'm just
I
kidding.
can't think about what to do this turn.
Right?
Do they have a choice or do you have a choice?
So that just breaks, right?
I got some
No, we see what white's got.
Stay on there.
Alrighty.
Search.
And a red.
I like it.
Negatory and S1.
It's R&D.
We'll change that number.
right?
Okie doke. So yeah, you need
Okay, so
that makes sense.
That I moved. I search.
So since this is a learning game and a Q&A type thing,
Yeah.
what would happen if I played that on red?
Well, on that you get to choose, right? So, and if you like
Well, if I
with
played
that
on red,
on, then it would just be dead.
Yeah, yourself.
Oh, so then there's an action called regrouping. If every single one of your scouts is killed, yeah.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you did have something okay.
Absolutely.
Wow, that would be really bad.
Regrouping.
I did
Yeah.
my best to create it so
This is
you
the lead
don't do
designer
something.
over here. Yeah.
I want to make sure that there's a way to stay in the game.
And the nice thing about regrouping is you use 3 actions to get 2, but if you have a greenhouse, you're getting 4 every time, so you can get back into it pretty quickly. And I just wanted to make sure there's a difference between wounding and automatically killing, just so you're aware. Like, you got that. Okay. You're good? All right, well, we'll see how good the world is. First, we go H6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's falling apart right at your doorstep, sir.
Why can't it be A's and B's?
Yeah, right. But contagion. Every scout takes a wound. So any scout that's on the board right now takes a wound.
No matter what.
No matter what. That's rough.
Oh, okay. Different words. Okay.
Now, would that apply in the cities also?
Yep, that's just every scout in the world. There's like a disease spreading around, and yeah, that one's rough. And B1. So that's that. Thank you.
Can't do anything with those guys.
Bam. And let's see what happens there. The beginning of the end. Oh God, this is bad. All right. So, and I can pass this around. It says apply the city effect to every city, so that we all have to do a choice here. Yeah. So either, and it's what just happened to those guys. So we either have to empty your city storage completely, destroy all built technology, which means it would be thrown into your discard pile, not just turned sideways. Yep. Break any blueprints you have built. So since it's early on, you might break those. They're small. And or add slowness poison to all your living scouts. So that would go there, and it would be like that atmosphere thing. You could only move 2 as long as that scout had that poison.
I'm assuming you can't choose something that does nothing to you.
Exactly. You have to follow you have to be able to pay the cost.
Is that the slowness?
That is the slowness, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that hurts you too bad. It's just the one.
No. In fact, you kind of want him to die now. You're like, just die. I'll start over.
I'll use my city attack on my own scout.
There you go, right? Kamikaze, at least, maybe? Like, yeah.
So how would you remove the slowness to
First aid cards. That's a...
death or a first aid?
Yep. Correct.
Oh, we're losing this stuff. I finally just got stuff. I'll take the slowness.
I'm going to take the slowness as well. So there's your 3.
I'm wondering if I didn't do wrong not taking this.
No, I mean, I took slowness because I have a mind, so I don't have to walk very far. It's only really going to affect that guy a little bit.
Yeah.
So... But if my mind goes away, then...
It's the same thing for me. I only took it because there were only 2 spaces away from getting
Exactly.
back. It's not like there's stuff on the other side of the board.
So yeah, that's not such a bad choice. You didn't lose that much stuff. And food is going to keep coming to you.
Yeah, it's like I lost 2 bits and I'm going to come back easy.
Yeah. All right, so then that's it. That was the beginning of the end.
Oh man, this is horrible. Now this event suddenly became very powerful.
Yeah, right? So like you like when to play them. And remember, unless it says you can play them at any time. So if you've got something that say cancels world events, you could do that right now. It cancels it just for you, not for everybody else. Okay. All right. Well, good. You're a very fair man. It's fail. You get your...
I do.
There you go.
Oh darn! You cut that 4th one.
Okay.
So you're recruiting a healthy scout.
Yep.
Okay.
We're going to move.
Apparently, he was born without that contagion.
Exactly, right? Well, he was the first one that, like, now his antibodies are like...
2 dice. World destroyed my mind.
You lost your mind? Sorry. Have you lost your mind, man?
So 1.
Move.
One way to heal is to go to your city and then do a search.
Exactly, but that will not heal like my poison. It'll only heal the wound. Yeah.
And I'm gonna target.
I'd like to tell me I forgot to
No, now would be a nice time to be fighting. Boom. So he killed scout number 3 with his shot, and there you go.
I should have saved the search.
E6.
Now I have to do it. I'll target each one.
Boom.
Each one what?
Each one of his 2 scouts that he has out, I'm going to smite them and give them 1 wound.
Yeah, and that's no protection in the city because that's like a.
So he's dead.
He's dead. Yeah.
Suicide
Do you
bomb?
have your terraform?
Yep. Wow. See what happens when you shoot the Telcor? They smite you.
That was everything.
Yeah, that was my turn.
Okay, so I'm going to search 1. Oh wait, I get 2 food.
Yes, you do.
Search 1, search 2, search 3.
There you go. Scout number 4.
Is there no reason not to?
All right.
So that's 1.
Well, that's 1 roll of this.
1.
Purple. Look at you.
A radioactive isotope. First player,
Move.
radioactive chip on a hexagon adjacent to
All right.
one there.
Yeah, it's like get home quick.
Oh. Wow. It's very, very tempting to go look at what the events are. I get on
Yep. It's always that balance with the special abilities and that. It's like, yeah.
It's so when Scout went through the space containing radioactive chips, they against roll d6. They receive radiation and cut number effect on 4 d6. They die in 2 turns. So basically, it's the first turn, they'll take a wound, the second turn, they'll die. But if you go violently low, Scouts can cast radiation out. So if you
Living bomb.
Yeah, if you pass then technically like 1, 2, 3.
So as you can see, what happens to the world. And he's got like 3 build. He's got, it looks like 4 out of 5 build. So they're like, but it's hard now over there. Their Athobrae
I'm
is.
not making it. These guys, like, I was doing really well, so they destroyed my shit. And now
And then they don't let him rebuild.
They don't. I step outside. Bam, 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 bam. All right. Hold on my city. Jeez.
We've been playing a very peaceful game for the most part. For the most part.
About 5 times.
Of course, just exactly. I was gonna say, like, except for the fact that he shot him and then got smoked.
This is my revenge, by the way.
This is the most brutal card of all. I'll let him discover it on his own. I did mention it actually to everybody.
That's my city.
Scout 3 will go home.
Okay. Morale boosted.
1 will go home.
Oh my god.
But you know what? None of them should have the shield. The first wounds you take, so they should be healthy but without a
Well, I thought it
shield.
was a disease or something.
That does make sense. So but the idea though is that like the first wound, that's like your first wound. So, but because you shouldn't have an unhealthy scout underneath everything. So basically, it was supposed to be for weapons, but for some reason there was a filter in there, and it just kept the disease out, kind of thing. Yeah, that makes sense though. Your way's more logical.
Every scout currently on the dial takes a wound. What's that? Purple. Oh, gotcha. Purple realizes.
He got home.
Got radiation. D6.
And a mine makes whatever is sitting on top.
Correct. And if it's purple, it makes rolls of that dice, which are a lot of rolls. So.
Roping bandits.
So I think I'll build.
Oh. Mine.
3 to build a mine.
Yep. Okay.
And now I search.
It's ending soon, though, so you better build that last piece.
And yeah, Scout 3 gets healed, and now you're rolling 3 dice, and you're successful on 3, 4, 5%. So you got a pretty good shot of blue there. 3 of them, in fact.
Wow, that's a lot of blue.
That's a lot of blue. Scout number 2. That's all good. this guy's the lead designer. He still constantly puts it straight into his city stores. He just wants to build stuff right away.
That's it for me.
All right, I am. Yeah, I'll search first. Yeah, I'll search first. All right, so mine, guys. All three. Good. Boom. Green, yellow, green.
Especially at this point.
Yeah, it's a nice cook.
Yeah. And 2. It's just 1. That's actually what I wanted. Good. And then Scout 5 is just regular. So I'll take a yellow. Then I will move, and he'll go 1, 2. And they'll just move 1. And I think. Yeah, I have enough. All right, I'm going to build for my last action. So that's 2 blues, a green, and 2 yellows. So I built hijack technology. And what that means is I'm going to put my hijack tokens on there. I placed 4. I can spend a purple. And if I do that, I can put one of these tokens on your technology and then use it as if it were my own. Now, like Bess takes these chips, so that's what these represent. So if your technology that I'm hijacking uses chips, these become like the shields. So, all right, that is it. That goes to you. Oh, it goes to the world.
Yep.
Yeah, right. So you draw those suckers.
D1.
D1.
Oh, good. It's a long ways from me.
Boom. Oh my god.
Carrion-born
Afu, like the flu, like Afu. Oh my god.
Countless decomposing bodies of Athobrae's once rich wildlife have given rise to a boom of carrion species in the area. A vicious, fatal new bacteria. All players must kill D3 scouts.
Yeah, and that's just straight kill.
This is not good.
It is not good.
1.
Yeah, right. You had no. It was like whatever. Your guy was just gonna die. All 3 of my scouts dead. At least that was. You can. If you haven't used your power, it's not gonna matter though. It's still 1 though.
Well, that's better than like a lot. So I'll take.
Yeah, but it's D3, so it's like 2 and 1 are 1.
Yeah.
So
Ostrich.
So it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't really matter, but it's. I'm glad you did it anyway, just to give the carrion-born Afu the finger. It's one of the most. It's one of the worst ones we laughed at.
Yeah.
I didn't hear the D3 part. I knew it was a D. Like, oh no.
Oh no! Yeah, right. All of them, right? Yeah.
C1.
That's gone, right? A, B, C. All that food. I am not.
I was in there the whole game, just waiting for you.
Every scout currently on a hex tile adjacent to an empty space takes a radiation negative effect.
That would have been awful. So almost as good that we're all dead, and you are not next to it. You are safe in your city. So you're. So that's a safe zone. Yeah. Not from the diseases, but from everything else. Yeah.
Hey, good time to be standing in there.
Yeah. Well, that's why I went there, because I was like, everybody's wounded, everybody's poisoned. I'm going to mostly be safe, but no. But I do have a lot of stealing to do. What are you looking? Oh, your food. Boom. Sorry, I'm sitting here playing a little.
The way I'm going here.
Yeah, no joke.
All of a sudden, scouts are dying right now.
That's why greenhouses are powerful. Still don't have my fuel.
All of the scouts on this or adjacent locations.
I said we're on top of this.
Those are done.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at those events. Those are good.
Yeah.
They're coming around and hitting me, so.
Actually, city effect.
Something came back with those resources, breakthrough technology or blueprints that require
Is the world of index stacked at all?
Two of them.
It is. Yeah, as far as those coming out, yes, it is.
So those will.
So those will come out every 5 times. It's 5, 10, 15. Yeah. So, and we played a few times testing it like the pandemic style where it comes out randomly, but it really kind of screws up the rhythms of the game. So we like the hard stack of like the 5, 10, 15. So they will come, and then honestly, like when the second card comes, you should really start making a run at your ship, because by the time the third card comes up, you're like, oh god, it's really tough. So, all right.
Back to me.
But I don't know.
I understand how people ever found
He would have two.
Well, it's a rare thing to get, but there's also events that can help you get it.
So if you're going to get it before him, basically.
And then you like the forest fuel, because there's one for every color basically, so no more in the forest.
And that's it.
That was funny.
So really, 3 of the 5 that are buried in the map will come out to which one of the original 2.
Exactly.
It's a little late.
Should have started that a long time ago.
No, he still doesn't have enough resources.
So I'm assuming occasionally the map would start with more or less holes.
Exactly.
It was about the first 15 are random.
Exactly.
Alright, I'm going to build.
All right.
I'm going to build an antimatter chamber.
That is a very smart thing to build.
That's a horrible thing to build.
2 blue, 2 purple, and 1 green.
Alrighty.
Everybody destroy them. They have antimatter.
Yeah.
And because it's on the building phase, I will also spend an additional blue.
To refresh it, that's how it's done. Perfect.
And
Killing this will give you 2.
final action.
When you first build it, you get 2 automatically.
Like that.
Oh, they're not poisoned anymore. They're not poisoned, they're dead.
That was the bright side of him killing my scout.
Yeah, right?
I guess I can. Let's go ahead and look at the. No, hold on. I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
I know what's going to happen. I just don't know where.
Well, no, my action is to steal, but it's an action for me to put the penance on.
Yes.
You have to perform it each way.
That's an interesting.
So steal and research. So we're gonna hold on to it and move.
So from the wall, so normal range.
So essentially, it's every 5 rounds that they're getting worse.
Exactly, because you start taking 2 and then you start taking 3. So it basically is every 5 rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 20 things now. I'm stacking these things.
Yeah, exactly. And then
Oh.
people can mess with it. Yeah. You think it's about to come for sure, and you might do something because of that, and then like, thanks a lot, Tolkor.
You're welcome.
Alright, I'm done.
You're done? Alright, well, I am done, because I'm going to use all 3 of my actions to regroup, since all of my scouts are dead, and I take 2 red.
I'm done.
And I didn't have to. I could, if I wanted to, do things that don't involve scouts, but I wanted to.
Since you actually have some resources there.
Yeah.
With no scouts, it's hard to
I mean, I got a bunch of green, so I could start just stealing everybody's stuff instead of building people. But I decided to be like, play it to the spirit.
I will also.
Alright. And that does make the world come faster, unfortunately, so
Yeah.
there you go.
F2. Oh, good, that's a long ways away.
Yep, we got 2 greens. Oh, wow, you pushed it up. The end is nigh. So you can take any card out of your discard pile.
Discard pile, place it in their hand. And then we relocation.
Except that mine, when it broke, that one went out of the game. That's just one of the special cards that does that. So unfortunately, yeah.
Question. So the bottom of the card says this is from now on pull 3 cards.
3
So do we pull
exactly.
an additional one this time?
Not this time, no. So the next time Doomface comes around, that's when you start taking.
Okay. So we still need one more location.
Yeah, we still need one more.
Okay, C5.
Alright, who's got the destroyer technology?
And some purple.
Let's see. Come on.
Yeah, 3. Very well done. And
Oh, it's always darkest before the dawn.
you love throwing those up there. No additional effects.
They don't hurt me.
Exactly. They don't hurt anybody. You're very kind. You're converting me already.
Unfortunately, I know what that one is.
Oh no. That scares me. Well, you could do your power again now and push it down. Like you could keep messing with it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can't because he can't.
There was a guy that played. He was scary with the Tolkor. That he did that. Like he saw something that was gonna just devastate him. That he wouldn't be able to withstand. He just would make sure to do that first every time and just keep pushing that card until he could take it. And I was like, wow, I've never seen it played like that. But yeah, it's good.
Yeah, well, when you have an oracle,
You might as well use it, right?
better listen to it.
Alright, I'm going to start the round with a search.
Cool.
So we're starting with S1.
You want to bump it. You know you want to use your power.
And then S2.
You don't have anything to do with this with that.
And you got 2 blues.
Technology, not
Perfect. All right.
I don't think it matters.
It doesn't really.
He can only move 2 though because of the poison.
Oh, that's a bummer.
I don't have the blueprints to do it. I got the resources. I just couldn't get the blueprints.
And
That would be a good time to shoot if you don't want to regroup.
And for my last turn, I'll look at the invocation.
All right.
3
4 this time.
Drawing blueprints with them like that. I think they just built up
That one we don't really want to
It's the world's
Turn 1.
That's the world turn.
So you guys both regulars playing here a lot? Do you guys come here in a lot to play, or?
I come every other Saturday, which happens to be this Saturday, to do RPGs at night. So it's like, oh, if I come early, I can do this.
And then like,
Hang out for a couple hours whenever this thing ends.
and then busting on the RPGs. Cool.
And we're starting a new one tonight, so my head's all swimming with turtles.
All right. There's a lot of new rules.
It'll take me 5 turns just to get Well, my next turn I got number 4, but thrusters is like 5 turns.
That's interesting.
Interesting.
It's sounding pretty interesting. Every one of us has played 7 rules before. We're all sitting here reading the rules like, how are these not overly broken? It's hard if you drink.
Well, if it's Rifts, they're supposed to be.
Yeah. Have you Savage Worlds?
I've played Savage Worlds and I played Rifts. I have never heard of them fused.
So Savage Worlds, character progresses, your die goes from, oh, I got a D4 for this to a D6 to a D8 to a D10 to a D12. You just get a better die to get, oh, I need a 5, well, I got a D12, that's easy.
Yeah.
Get the start with like D12 plus 2 strength.
Well, that's insane.
He's already maxed out.
Yeah. Well, you'll see.
That's like an elite veteran in the normal game.
Right? Yeah. Well,
That's the glitter boy.
But yeah,
maybe you'll have to just see how it
Did
plays
you ever
out. I
play the
actually took
Palladium
2, so
Rifts?
it goes to thee.
Oh.
I regrouped again because all my people are dead.
I think I have to regroup too. I mean,
Fair enough.
Poisonous plants. All scouts on this
groupers.
We regroupers. But that's the last time.
I'll get 2 feet out of the greenhouse because somebody still hasn't started using it. Now, when you do that, does it deny the original one, or you just get it?
Nope, you just also get it. And I actually can't take your greenhouse. Like mine's greenhouses and processing plants that's only specific race ones. So those are the 3 that have pictures. I can't hijack picture ones.
Oh, yeah. So he can.
I could hijack that one. I could like start converting people for you. I'd be like scamming them. Like I swear I'm a Tolkorian. Like give me your money.
Well, what does that become? Your time?
Keep your poison up.
Well, basically, and then I use these as the token.
Oh, I see. Hey, get time to talk about our Lord and Savior?
Yep.
He's about to win.
So basically, you become a seed theologist, televangelist.
Exactly. I'm much more the televangelist. Exactly. Although I'm looking at his temples most of all, so I can jump over those empty hex tiles.
Could be real useful now because I got so many holes down
Exactly.
Really?
Yikes.
On 2.
We're gonna get a nice view of
Really?
Yeah, pretty much.
Freeze going for yellow. Damn,
Of course, right?
That would be my 3.
Yeah, you never know.
One of those.
You need an oracle for that.
Shall we feel the
still had that. You would have been able to.
Looking at 4, and you know at one of the 4 already.
That's pretty clever.
Like your bases are actually literally just.
Are they suggesting bottle rocket stretch goal?
Yes.
I like it.
Yes.
The rock 3. Better have really good insurance.
Exactly. I was just gonna say.
That is the first guy that does that.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's like, oh, go. Yeah, look right over. It's not going. All right.
Wait, let me check my other eye.
Oh, you are the world, so we do have to
I
wait.
stick with my original
You are
statement.
the world.
Exactly.
Oh, it's a big old 3 cards.
Yeah.
Although, thank you for never shooting me.
Congratulations.
I think I put that 3rd card in the wrong spot.
Let's see.
So
They're the world is mostly horrible, just so you know. Yeah, I was gonna say I was kind of disappointed to see how many of them were coming up. It's like we've seen a lot of them already. There's not that many no additional.
I would still be alive.
But there's some good ones. There's like one that's like Doctors Without Borders that can heal you from poisons and stuff.
That'd be one to have.
That would be a nice one.
I think I'm the only one poisoned.
Exactly, right? Do you want to just take, there's the pile of 3 and the pile of 3 and make it a little more.
First one, location. I
All right.
Until like, I mean, I only need it for 5 turns.
Purple.
So that's
Red and a roll. I'll let you put your juju on it. Yellow.
My mind was like right after it.
Usually,
Let's see.
Tell us, Oracle.
Crumbling mountains. That fits perfectly. Non-seismic shifts leave mountain chains apart. No one can perform the search action in the mountains this round.
All right, so that's a temp. No searching in the
Mine
mountains.
is shut down, right?
My mind is shut down.
Alright,
He was constantly verbalizing, let's kill the dead, let's kill the dead.
That's pretty good. Food.
so you guys
Yikes. Yikes.
erupting volcanoes. Lava explodes and runs
But
from
I
the
thought it was
sky, killing all scouts on this location. Scouts on adjacent locations receive 2 wounds, and on a d6 roll of 3 and 1.
But nobody's adjacent and nobody's on it, so
Adjacent.
that ain't so bad. That's all right.
Location for that. It was supposed to be here.
And then, well, this first. That's all good.
And location I1.
Wow, that just came up. Now it's
The
gone.
normies of the world.
I always
That's
felt
what I said. Oh crap! I think I put the 3rd one in the wrong
Well, it's the
spot.
crumbling mountains. They're being
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, because there was the point.
And
Remains in play. It looks like.
no, location events. Creatures from the
I don't
deep.
want to spend that action.
Okay.
Remains in play.
Go there.
The unsettled oceans have stirred up ancient marine life from the depths from its depths. Place this card in the remains in play spot on the board. The only way to pass safely is to distract them with bait. Scouts may only pass ocean hex tiles by discarding a red cube from the bat from their back, or by taking wound from each ocean hex tile encountered. When this card is removed, scouts on ocean locations receive 2 blue.
Right.
Ouch!
So
That actually does hurt me.
the only way to get rid of that is to have another remains in play come out.
Wow.
Yeah. So now to pass through oceans, you'll either take them, but you can exit it.
Yeah.
You just can't walk through it now. Oh, you're mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sucks. So it's going to cost a food to go to your mine now.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's never happened
I'm
before. That's
next to
fun.
2 blues too.
Well, this is oceans and the dark blue is marsh. So that one is dark blue's fine, light blue's affected.
So that's even better because
I had a card to increase
raw blue. That's good.
Yeah. They're all right. So then I get that. Yeah. Okay. So my first turn, I will for first action, I will steal.
I know, right?
Hasn't even popped yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna steal your food, Mitch. So I spend a green to steal food, and then I'm gonna spend all my food to recruit scout. So
They didn't steal it. It just rotted. Yeah.
yeah, right.
Don't come after the boss. It rotted.
So keep these two, and for my final action, I think I'll R&D.
So that was the, and that's what I did. I passed. I think I passed my first.
All right, I have to take this. Okay, that's it for me.
I'm like, man, it's way too early. Yeah. I figured I'm gonna get resource building stuff. And cycle back around, and then you're like, oh, it's good.
Recruit, scout in. All right.
And then it comes out. It's good there. Just go to your bed. So I play this red card then. It's worked to my favor because I would have been sick when this was going through.
Did anybody get off the planet?
You got it. Yeah.
Congratulations.
About a couple turns.
Now they get to shoot a bottle rocket into your head.
And I bear my bear axe.
That's good. That's what we're
Nice.
And that's 3.
All right. Down to the Tolkorians.
Let's go searching first. So
There was enough to learn this. You could actually use it for strategy. So that was a nice part.
That's the other thing. 4 turns and not getting any resources.
Yeah.
Screw your dice.
So you got.
Get a green.
Did you take your 2 food for the greenhouse? That's why I stole from you. I was like, it's not gonna hurt him that bad.
Yeah.
You got 2. You were like been devastated. I was like, eh. That's a yellow.
Another yellow.
It's the yellow man.
Now, at what point are you thinking about writing novels? Well connected to scare people with it. And then, as far as
I can't search in this, but I can move into them.
trying to have
You could move into them, but you would not be allowed to search. Yeah.
Alright, search. So.
Yeah. Right. But you can walk through, no problem.
It's how much game is that complicated. It's not. It's pretty easy once you know.
Yeah, because when that goes away, you're set, ready to go.
So that's like the major rule, and then the rest of them are just things that kind of happen that you can do. You can't. There's so much random things happening. It's hard to explain everything. So you do the best you could, and then we have an FAQ.
Yes, I can.
Look at that. I feel like he peeked at your antimatter chamber plans and like.
Let's write a note. What do you want?
I was playing with people before that had lowest layer like I never thought of it as a strategy before. Like we built these things and we made these mechanics and people like do certain things like fine and they're gonna lose and then they like wow. That was a good strategy.
Now it suddenly feels like I need to look at the world events every turn.
Right, that's one of the dangers of the Oracle because it does feel like it's like an addiction. Yeah, and then you waste an action, then they're building their ships already, and I've just been looking at the world events every time.
Yeah, I gotta go find some more blueprints or something.
Yeah, blueprints are the name of the game.
We hired someone to do the artwork, but I did all the
I'm so sad. I've had almost a whole handful of blueprints.
Yeah.
But I
Well, you
haven't
still
been
got
able
the
to get
hands
to-
at least, but now it's just been like
Yeah.
it's rough. And then like when you see people making big moves, that's when you can try to blow them up. Just stop them, slow them down, and give you the time you need. That's how attacks usually work. But when you build like technology to just make yourself super powerful, you slow them down a lot more. But you have to have the stomach for it because you have to be mean.
Yeah.
If you're gonna play them, you have to be mean.
Well, until recently, I didn't get anything for attacks to enhance attacks.
Right.
It was all stuff that I was, that's not going to be useful right now.
Right.
And like I was so close on resources on some of the stuff.
And then sometimes when the world just like
Yeah.
takes you out super hard, and you're just like, okay, kind of got to take a deep breath and look at my priorities.
Yeah.
Anything they just get lost. That's what I found. Okay.
All right.
These are the parameters.
Well, what I did originally, the first 50 games, I this is what I like. This is what I'm thinking. I really like this stuff.
So I don't have to put myself through the features.
None of it looks anything like the stuff you started. But an idea like these guys, I want them to be in the forward.
And just like you drop off, remember you can also put into your bag. So if you wanted to just throw those into your bag, you can.
Or throw like one of the foods.
And then you can go back to your mine if you want to. I don't know.
These guys are warriors.
But basically, when you're walking through, you can do all the adjusting that you need to.
So he came up with
You clearly get all the mechanics.
So religious. If you need these guys, I want a guy who floats. I want somebody religious.
I don't know what's better around here.
And what do you do? What does
Yes, my disciples.
Okay. Apparently, she's using stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, which I didn't know until after.
I'm gonna build
people and doing things like, oh, you got to do
a
this.
technology, a processing.
That is a smart one to build.
And I did everything but stuff.
Revenue coming in.
Yes.
Clear.
Yeah. So I don't know. I was.
So that allows me every turn to, as an action, I can pick one of my resources and then duplicate my cube, except for fuel.
Because they've been reduced to that because everyone works in Photoshop.
For my third action, and I'll just pull some, yeah.
I thought you were gonna equip your shields. I was like, and here it comes.
Yeah,
That's an action too.
it's an action, it's a little expensive.
Yeah.
Oh, go to Gale, you'll be there, so.
Really?
I actually bought it and designed it. On my wife got for.
Too many cards, too many good cards.
It's essentially like lesson in the book. You have to have a design and you go through all this stuff. So it seems pretty thorough, but I think I've seen it before. Gone to the. You can get a trial version.
It's possible. If you are indeed every time, right now it'd be about a few more turns. So maybe I don't know.
I have an R&D every time. So.
Yeah. Oh, you're saying you're looking at ship parts. Never mind. I thought you were saying you saw like a technology.
It's like, wait a minute, isn't that one? No, I already built that one. We're good.
So,
We get
your
rid of that
software
card
is
over here. So
So
I have
Lieutenant.
access.
Yeah, if you think about look on Amazon for independent book, I mean it's essentially like a college book. Yeah. But it will take you through
I'm actually pretty good at
The other one just takes way too long.
All right. Oh, it's the stinking world. I was like, I had plans. I was ready to go, but
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna break it.
G1. Right, yeah.
No, where these are.
Yep, 2 purples, thank you. And tensions. Uh-oh. It isn't easy out there to trust anyone. All scouts who are sharing a location receive a wound. Scouts that are not sharing a location lose a resource from their bag into the game supply. So my scouts are sharing a location, so they're each wounded. So anyone that's on a space with a scout, otherwise you have to lose 1 resource from your bag if you can. So not too bad. And then F3 is that desert?
Were you throwing over an event card?
Yeah. But this one goes away. Were you what?
You didn't do a world event for that first one.
No, that was the tensions. That's what happened.
Yeah.
That was yeah. And then this one is sandstorm. So solar radiation kicking up searing hurricane force winds, so no one can search in the deserts.
Which one you just flipped?
And which is what I just flipped. But thanks. Purple? Red. Boom. And last but not least, D6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's history. The world is fast approaching its end. And quicksand abounds. This one sucks. That was D6. Just want to make sure I know where we're at there. Okay. So put a quicksand chip on this and all adjacent location tiles. Yep, so all adjacent locations except for cities. And now you're fine exiting that since you're starting there. That's not a problem. But now anytime you enter that spot or pass through it, you're -1 to your movement. If you're poisoned, you can only move once. But if you stay on that spot, you take a wound. So if you choose to enter that spot, you would take a wound.
So since I'm there, I want to leave, not be that way.
Exactly. And you can search before you leave. So you can try to grab that stuff and then run away. Yeah, it does suck. You can still be bold and brave, like if you got a greenhouse and you're not scared of death. You are a religious man.
Yeah, but if I pick stuff up and then die, it's like,
You can get it out of the quicksand, closer to home maybe, I don't know. But yeah, so there it is. This passes. Off to the... I just didn't want these to get mixed into other copies, so I was like, for now I'm going to put them.
Oh, wait, deserts aren't searchable right now, right?
Pardon?
Deserts aren't searchable.
Deserts are unsearchable.
Search.
Yikes. Well, you get food into your city storage.
I do.
At the very least.
Yeah, it's amazing what the networking of people do. So I'm very lucky. We would have been in this we were at LA, we were
I got to charge him.
and one of the guys came to
So I have all my SMGs left for this one.
didn't know. Make friends with us. And then we went out to, we played with the
Now are all R&D.
He's like,
Okay.
there's this thing called first exposure. I can get you guys. And we're like, alright.
Fine, whatever.
I mean, we got a good payout.
Yeah, it's a couple $100.
It's like $300.
Oh, yeah.
So, but you get that. Get 2 badges.
You get 2 badges and it's really good.
Really? Full access badge? For 4 days. Oh, nice. Then that makes it worth it.
Yeah, it
I
was
think my badge
really
was
good.
150.
As they're talking about Gen Con, which we went to for the first time. I had never seen a board game convention that huge before. Yeah, I was like, this is the Comic Con of board games. It's insane. It was a lot of fun.
yeah, it's intimidating to think about going because it's so big now.
Yeah, it's very big.
Like, oh, well, I can go to spend 3 days at the Smithsonian, but I'm going to see like one building.
Right.
Oh, I go to Gen Con, and I'll see like
One building.
one building.
Yeah. No. Well, actually, you'll see a lot of the building. It's so big it is spread out. So you will get to know the Indiana Convention Hall.
So $2 per day.
But to be fair, it's like the Smithsonian. There's so much more to see in Washington. In Indiana, there's really not that much more to see anyway.
It's just check convoy when you leave.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it for me.
I'm gonna oracle first. I know what I'm doing.
That's smart. So that's 4.
But you can also
Is there anything that would destroy my scouts?
Everything.
Yeah, scouts can be destroyed.
All scouts die, all scouts die, all scouts crap.
I just thought I worked so hard to like just bring my 2 back, and now they're both just sitting in the city wounded. I'm like, really? It's like, that's cool. I got a plan for them.
Finally got our badges, we're allowed to go.
Yep.
Got to raise those qualification level.
Yeah. Right?
You passed the test. Here's your card. Step out of the building. Ran over by a truck. Ah.
Oh crap!
Can't
Exactly.
even make it out of the city.
That's what it feels like sometimes in this game. I swear.
I've had a few D&D games like that where it's like, all right, the party's been assembled. You may now leave the. No, you guys need to make it out of the city. Immediately, something shiny. Oh.
Go reassemble.
It's just really hard as you get started out without having any revenue.
Okay.
Well, I saved my
I'm gonna take 2 food because I'm gonna need those.
That's a scary thing to hear from the Oracle. Oh my God. Take your food.
Finding time to spend
Well, I'll be starting.
A scout.
Very much at the point in this game where I need another action.
Yeah, there's certain.
Every turn, there's 4 things I really need to do.
There's a card for that. Yeah.
and it's a drama itself.
Yeah.
Prepare your wife.
2.
Yeah. My wife was like, "What are you doing?"
There it is. And remember, your reroll can be used on that.
I used it.
Oh, you used it already. You don't need it anyway. Well, unless you don't want purple. It's not unheard of. That goes in your bag, though.
Goes in the bag.
We started this out.
That's 3. And now you're going for 1. Oh, you didn't get any of that stuff for 1. That
One
sucks.
missed. And I re-rolled to like, oh yeah.
So,
Yeah, him and I are essentially the
It's full 3. Yeah.
so
It's a rough world.
It is.
And the only way those things go is when it flips. So that's screwed.
I get the emails from him, but she all goes to the same file.
So those are permanently quicksanded.
Pretty much. Because once the quicksand goes away, so does the tile, so it sure as heck doesn't matter. It's like... So all those things you could not say, thank me for that nonsense.
Well, you know they'll eventually fall into the what's where that whatever the fuck they call it.
Shit.
With bottle rockets.
The one that comes with bottle rockets.
That first exposure, like, the table next to us, some guys came up and was like, yeah, we had some guys playing our game yesterday. Looked over at your game list. Oh, shit. Like, okay.
So, we're on your website. You said subscribe for updates.
We do. So we have a
Has that been going well for you?
because we don't have that
Okay. Are you coming to convert me? All right.
I'm spreading out so stuff stack up in one location.
That makes sense. That's a strategy. It's hard to get back home sometimes.
And it's not an extra three. That's a dangerous position.
Yeah, it's about 13.
Alright, you done?
Yeah.
All right, what you got, Bryce?
Alright, I think I'm gonna search to start. Oh,
That's impressive. It almost looked like contortion, but it wasn't. But it just like there was like a weird whatever.
So I'll start with the S1.
He said, well, what I like is he said, here's the price, but here's the blog that you should look at first, and then pretty much talk about building. And he goes, I'll check it out your page if you want to.
Drop off.
Pointers, and I send it to him, and he hasn't responded.
Send them.
So I'm like, either he's busy or he's okay. I give up sending his name.
One more action.
And so shall build.
Oh my goodness. The thrusters.
Yeah, oh yeah, you did say that. So on the blog.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Doing quite well.
Alright.
So, first, I'm going to search and heal them. Then I'm going to spend my green and steal one of your purples out of your city storage. And then, yeah, that was last time. Now I've got my eyes on a hall, so I'm going to go ahead and build that. So I got a hall built, and then I'm going to play an event, which doesn't cost an action, but this is a very risk-rewardy one. So I roll a d6. On a 3 through 6, I may steal Caltrines from somebody's city storage. However, if I am unsuccessful, if I roll a 1 or 2, that scout is caught. Kill the scout with the most resources. I would just have to choose one. Yep, so that's it. And give those resources to the player that you were trying to steal from. So that part isn't going to come into it, but I either die or I steal probably your Caltrine since you've got a lot of the shit. Yeah, so I stole your Caltrine.
And I can't even nerf it.
Nope. You cannot. But this goes to out of the game.
Yeah. If it was a 3, I totally could have nerfed it.
Yep. That's that. So now you got to get that.
I know.
Yep. And that's my turn. The evil
So now I gotta
Dane.
hope that another one pops up somewhere on the board I can get to.
That, and you have an event like this too. Everyone's got an event that can help you get it. So
Yeah, though I saw mine and discarded it, but mine is
yours is rough.
yeah. I have to roll the random resource cube if I fail, and all of that resource is destroyed. World events.
Oh, it's world. My goodness.
Yep. E1.
Well, I made my wife a target manufacturing and
2 random and a blue.
Okay. Do you want to roll?
Blue.
And red. Okay.
Alright, fine. Focus on manufacturing.
Famine, scorching heat, and drought punish the plains. No one can perform the search action in plains this round.
Okay. The red for food.
Oh,
Like, I don't care. I got 3
That's
now.
why I made it.
Yeah.
That's not so bad.
F5.
Not for you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yoinks. So that's flipping for the first time. So you just roll 1 die. On a 1 or 2, you would take a wound. Oh, he's not dead. He's just wounded.
Like I went third time.
Well, a purple popped up right with you. So.
He came out of the ground and hit you, I saw it.
Tremblers, any scouts on this or adjacent
Oh,
hex
you might be
tiles are
dead.
killed.
Well, I've got one on and
This cannot be prevented in any way.
Excellent.
All other scouts take 1 wound.
All right. So all scouts in the world take a wound unless you're there. You're killed. So that.
So all of them are dead.
That is crazy.
Mitch, can I have some food, please?
See, when the Oracle
those
says
are
I'm
going
going to
finally.
need that,
I didn't realize how rough Tremblers was. Jeez Louise.
that's okay. This one sucks too.
G1, son of a.
Okay, well, first of all, the location.
I didn't put that one there. I didn't put that one. I've done this in several thirds.
That is an S. Yeah. All right. That's rough. So rough.
Radioactive elements. Place the radioactive chip on this hex tile and adjacent hex tiles. Anytime a scout passes through these locations, they receive radioactive chip.
4 through 6, I think. Right.
Yep, 4 through 6.
Yeah.
City's not
So
affected.
cities are not affected. Yeah. So if you walk in there, you have to roll a dice. On a 4 through 6, you take radioactive poisoning. If you get poisoning, you're going to be dead within 2 moves. But you can either use that time to, well, use a first aid kit, heal yourself, or run in and pass radiation poisoning onto your enemies. So you do become a living weapon when you have radiation poisoning. Not that it matters for you, but yeah. So that was 2, and we still need 1 more, I think.
Yes.
Believe it or not.
No, that was 2.
It was G1, that one.
And then this one.
Well, we lost the planes first.
No, I'm not upset.
Oh yeah, you're right. That is the 3rd one. I was looking at those 2. Yeah, you're right. That was the 3. You should know. You're the Oracle. So now it is you.
I was like, I think that was the worst.
That was just so devastating. Yeah, that was rough.
I need 2 food. The world needs food. I'll tell you what, that greenhouse was a fantastic idea.
Yeah. I passed mine up like an idiot.
Man, I should have put my shields on.
Yeah, because then they would have. Yeah. Oh no, that was killed.
One guy would have survived.
Regrouping might be okay. All that poison's gone now. That's how I flush through my poison.
That's not surprising, to be honest. Any artists are
And it doesn't matter if you're printing thousands of them. It's still.
But I figure we're going to have most of it are on the so for me,
It just caused everyone to disappear.
The other thing is we don't want to do.
So the compass up here in the top corner. It's just for aesthetics.
It's for aesthetics, and for in the rules it says how to count these up. So count up to the north and like So it's used.
I'm like, okay, this happens, but in this direction.
Yeah, right. And we have it there as some ideas because we do have a few stretch goal world events and things like pole reversal and things like that. So like, it's mostly aesthetic, but there is some possibility there.
It'd be like, okay, you can only move this direction, this turn, or something.
That's actually kind of cool.
It's kind of like, some kind of storm goes and
right.
So it takes out a couple hexes where instead of just one.
Wow, this would be very interesting.
All right.
I will take food.
I will. R&D.
Last time.
I think they all say that.
And I'm just going to be brave and bold.
The Chinese curse is interesting.
Alright. I'm going to play my solid intel. That's going to give me 2 additional dice on top. So I'm really looking for a big move here. So I got 5 dice altogether. Good successes. Come on. So that's 3 out of 5, unless you want to screw with me.
I can't.
Oh, you did it. That's right. All right. There we go. So, red, yellow, green.
Well, they have a U.S. and
Only 2. That's ridiculous. Purple, at least. Okay, well, I'll take it. And that is it for me. I bravely went into the world wounded. I take it you're gonna regroup? Yeah. And then it comes to Mr. Interesting. Let's see what the world does to us. So there you go. Do you want to?
D8.
All right, I'll let you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Boom.
Okay.
And you know what it is.
plus or minus.
Rain, go away.
There you go away. The weeks of constant rain are drowning huge swaths of
Well, if anybody, it needs
Athobrae.
Athobrae, wound every active scout. If any scout is killed from this wound,
Jesus
flip
Christ.
or remove the hex tile he was standing on.
You killed my mine and my. I knew I should have stayed at home today.
If the scout is killed
Wow.
in the city, lose D3 resources from city storage.
Alright, so everyone is dead. All that fun stuff I got.
Tile goes away. Oh
They
man.
died on the tile.
Yeah. And that means my mine is history. That's what goes out of the game.
Scouts are gone.
Well, maybe it was a good thing we all died off last time.
This
I was
isn't
thinking the
going to
board
be
would
so bad after all. Okay.
Yeah, so now that everybody's dead, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay. You gonna save it? Okay.
I had seen it, but apparently I didn't.
You didn't take it. Ah.
Okay, what happens in G5?
So what happens? This place is going nuts.
This place is going crazy. Every scout currently on a city hex takes a wound.
Okay, so
Wow.
there's no scouts alive.
Okay, third location, A2. We finally an A. About 2 purples.
How about it? What happens?
Lightning strikes. Any scout on this location or adjacent locations with resources in their bag either lose a food, receive 1 wound.
I think it's other than food. So like if you've got anything in your bag except for food, the lightning's attracted to
All
it.
other scouts on this or adjacent locations receive a D6 wounds on 1 or 2. Or roll a D6.
Roll a d6 and get a wound on 1 or 2. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Are
So-
there any scouts left in the world?
No, all scouts
Okay,
are gone.
that's what I thought was going to happen. That was the word. I was like, oh look.
You were like, I wipe you
every
clean.
single scout.
It's okay. So then you pass the token to D, and you have to decide whether you want to skip your turn or not. Yeah, I think I'm
I don't even want to look at the
gonna
location cards to see what awesome guy can have.
I regroup. You regroup. You might not
I go
regroup.
steak and
You get the 2 for the greenhouse, which isn't an action, and then you. Yeah, you're badass there. Is that 8 altogether?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to recruit.
He's
No,
like-
before I leave the city, every single time.
That is hilarious.
maybe I should have looked at the locations, just made sure there's everything right here.
Right, exactly. Like hit the tall core. Yeah, this feels like a world winner.
Yeah.
Feels like a world winner. It wins sometimes. I'm surprised. I thought when we sort of started, the world was going to win every time. I was like, this is way too hard. But I would say, I don't know, Brad. What do you think the percentage of world versus players winning?
The players usually win.
Yeah, like would you say like 75, 80%? Or?
Yeah.
At least somebody makes it off.
Somebody gets off. Yeah.
Sometimes it's really close. We're down to like the last 4 tiles, and
Somebody actually manages it. Yeah, it's crazy.
It's gamma. Game manufacturers.
But this is like, well, yeah, like you have a fine chance because you've got plenty of your shit built.
Yeah.
I feel way.
I was
back
doing real
in
good,
the-
and all of a sudden it was like, no resources, nope.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay. So you recruited.
Hope the world doesn't fall apart too bad.
Were a psychic, and then
Might as well just get a card.
yeah, and then sort of start your moves next time. That makes sense.
I don't want to rock me in town.
I've already. It may be too late to actually like set up the table.
It's never too late.
I used to have those. I used to be down there. Let's see.
And then it's going to be the world. Hopefully you guys don't mind if I run and just have a quick little couple of hits of my nicotine fit. Like, thank you. I won't have
I might have to go.
They're also I went to one of the theaters.
Father's birthday. Or are they calling?
Just recently.
We just started with Jim.
Trapped in town.
Yeah, trapped.
I need a tow truck. Because that's ironic. Wow, I really see what you're going for with the flavor. I don't know how I'm ever going to escape the planet.
But I'm not the artist. So
Those guys are kind of fun.
Right on.
one of them, our customer looked at it like,
Nice.
I just need to give him some explicit
Apply the next
Wow.
Yeah, so like, oh, hey, I look at oh, hey, that guy needs the next event.
Well, is that you're done?
Yes.
So we're to the world events.
Oh, yeah.
E7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Dark days. Location event. This atmosphere is choked with particles. The sun is barely seen. Athros everywhere are suffering from breathing disorders. No events may be played this round.
Glad I played my solid intel, but everybody died as a result. I don't know.
C5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That last round, I was waiting for something.
Quicksand. Add quicksand chip to the hex tiles. All scouts passing through.
No, that's just the hex tile itself.
Okay.
So it's gone. There's no quicksand.
And
It makes sense though. Quicksand was on there. So there you go. It doesn't affect us.
B2.
My ocean. Okay.
I love it. Green.
All right. I can deal with that.
Number 3. Time to go. Special event.
Okay.
Each player must reshuffle their discard pile into their city deck.
So you don't have any discards, I don't think, right? So you still can mix it up though. So you
Their city deck.
right. Well, they were just about at the top now, so you're like, oh, I better shuffle right. Like
4 cards.
now we do 4. Yeah. This looks like a world winner to me.
Working on it.
Working on making it a world ender.
Yes.
Sorry.
Well, I can't get my shit.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, man,
We're all going to heaven because we're not going to
I'm currently
space.
late for my father's birthday.
Okay, well then you should definitely go to your father's birthday.
So,
If one of these guys wants to jump in, they're welcome to.
one of you like to finish this out for me? I gotta go.
Thanks anyway.
So if you're interested, there's all the stuff about the Kickstarter there. If you want to like check it out, and we have a little thing on that iPad where if you don't want to put your email in, we totally understand. All it does is remind you when our Kickstarter starts. So, but you can do it all from right there as well. So it's your call. But thank you so much. It was great playing with you, man. Sorry you got a burger before you knew we were getting pizza.
The asshole was trying to kill me. Cool. It's a pleasure meeting you, man. I hope to see you guys.
Yeah, thanks for trying our game. Really appreciate it.
We'll keep an eye out for your Kickstarter.
That was fantastic. We got completely changed table.
Did you guys get cards like for our Kickstarter?
They're gonna just contact.
No, I have the
Oh, you've already did. Oh, sweet. That's perfect. Thanks. Take care. All right.
Yeah, you guys are launching in October, right? Kickstarter.
Launching October Kickstarter, so
So
it's
how screwed am I? He doesn't have
the whole world. That's the world is winning. Everybody is screwed. You're the best.
They'll have his cards in.
No hand of cards. The only thing you need to do is shuffle that deck because he didn't. Because that just came out, and then this comes to me.
What do I got?
So last time he regrouped a couple of times. So
This will be fun. I have no idea what I'm looking for.
Oh, the world has been horrible to us.
the world has been
I'm gonna
really
win.
rough.
For some reason, War is just like, no, I'm not going to win, y'all going to die.
And he built a mine on blue, which is a solid strategy there. But creatures from the deep is on his mine, so you have to spend a food. Or take a wound. It's up to you.
I'm setting it up for me because I don't know what it is. Alright.
For this turn, you cannot play events.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
I don't have any events. Is it my turn?
Nope, my turn. I'm regrouping, so now it's actually your
Did the
turn.
horrible stuff and then left. So.
Yeah, right? It's like, now that I've screwed you all royally, I have to go to my daddy's birthday party. All right. So recruit.
R&D.
But yeah, the world has been brutal.
Some of your flavor for these guys finally. I've seen enough of the cards to kind of get that stuff.
Yeah. You're actually playing, I'd say my favorite race. I love the Tolkorians.
I love the suit.
They're not playing.
They didn't play either game.
No, they didn't. I just set up and it was here, so.
Through the suit. So you're playing it?
No, I regrouped. He's in the middle. He's got one more action.
So I have no scouts alive. Awesome. Okay.
Yeah, the turn before last was horrible. It killed every scout on the board.
Awesome.
And using he loves the Oracle, so he's been using it, and he's like, I think I'm gonna just wipe the. He brought a food, except you can't search there.
I can search in the next turn, right?
No, because the mine is there. It belongs to him only, so only the Qual can search on that spot.
Well, no reason
So
to
take
go
your
there.
food back.
Yeah. Alright then.
Oh, look at all the radiation.
Yeah, so you want to go around the
he's really
radiation.
trapped
It's like you're
And then
you're
he's
really
gotta spend
screwed.
a food.
So I think there was
He's
like
trapped in a little
quicksand on all the good stuff. I stole
Oh,
your.
you're right. You got everything you need but the blue right here.
And the mountains could kind of.
You're stealing stuff from me?
I stole your Caltrains.
What?
And I have untraceable birds. Right there.
So 1, 2,
He hasn't
3.
run that card yet, has he?
I don't think so. No, he has not. He has not.
And going through there, I have to discard.
You guys, yeah.
Alright, so that's 3.
Comes to our Tolkorian.
Yes. I get my 2 food from my greenhouse.
Yes, you do.
That was the best first move I think I could have made without knowing what the heck I was doing.
It is. And it's an intuitive thing too, because you're like, ooh, I get stuff every
Yeah,
time.
free stuff.
It's like
It's a resource gathering game, and I get free stuff. Okay, take it.
Yeah, that's what I was asking about the percentages. I was like, yeah, it looks like the world could very easily win this
We had
game.
the same thing over there, and he just can't pull down nothing.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. Alright. Guess you win.
Check it out. All right. Yeah, it's pretty amazing how that can happen.
Core 3 focus down there. Because I was kicking ass in the beginning, and Fourth annihilated me, and then they dropped a nuclear weapon on me.
Oh.
I'm like, okay. You can stop it. I was like, oh no, there's your scout. I'm going to kill him.
That sounds like my style. Where I'll just like
I got
keep
like
going
2
and going.
resources and no scouts, and you're still attacking me. Like,
Now 4, so 5, yeah.
You don't have to say, this tank is
this guy's doing the best, though, looks like.
No, I told him, I was like, you got the best chance of winning. He's like, yeah, and I have to go. I was like, sorry.
Did he take the card?
He did, yeah. He said he enjoyed. I thought it was good.
Everyone enjoyed it.
That's good. Yeah, I know you've had a pretty rough time of it. Even before the whole world started beating up everybody, the world was just beating up him. So
Well,
he got the first taste. Yeah, early on, he was really what the Oracle was watching. Like everything that happens to him, I think it's gonna happen to everybody else too.
All right. Is that it?
Goes to the Qual.
Not enough time to wait around, so I'm going to do it.
Okay.
And I can't search the ocean, or I can?
You can. You just have to spend a food. Sweet. 2 blue.
So I am done, right? Yeah.
R&D, right? Oh, you recruited, so never mind. Then it's the world, 4 of them this time. So A1, it's down on this side, and this goes away now. A1 is gone. And nearby wildfires create a dangerous crush of panic wildlife. Remove 3 exposed resources, but there's nothing coming out, right? Yeah, so no problem there. Number 2 is F8. That's definitely the top. All right, that's good for you. Very good for you.
One at a time. Let's do this one.
Unless it goes away or something. No searching in the plains from the scorching heat of the famine there. Number 3, A3. So that side of the world is just disappearing. Toxic gas on Earth. Place a toxic gas on this space, and that's not going to matter because that space is gone. So, and the last one, B3. It's this guy.
Oh, somebody's stuck over there.
Somebody is stuck. Clear skies ahead. No additional effect. Gotta look around and see. It's gonna be great. There you go. What do you got there?
Alright. Well, I guess I'm gonna search.
Oh my god.
That's Sienna. Do you go to Michael's?
You only have 1 scout, right?
Yeah.
And I'll use that. Have a good one, guys. Yeah, catch on the tail next time. Yeah, good one.
Fire's blue. Don't have any purple.
So.
I have a plan.
Steal from me?
No.
Yeah.
Or indeed, events can sometimes be helpful. I don't know. You're definitely hurting.
Can always attack.
Yeah, I think out of spite.
I love it. I love it.
Who are we attacking?
Qual or Tolkor? He's got 2 living scouts.
Yeah.
Oh, you're dead.
Again.
I was
It
totally.
keeps happening over and over.
Not this time.
Very mean.
It is a mean game. Yeah. This one has been particularly mean, but it is kind of mean. So yeah, you are whoever.
And S2.
S2 is shot.
Ow.
Well, I think you might be able to smite him. If you want to smite.
So 6.
Could be wrong. Hold on to that. All right.
That's my turn.
That's it. All right.
No, my turn. Oh, no.
No, Tolkor.
Okay.
Yeah, Seflaela. She provides.
Sure does.
How many do you need?
4. So S1. Really?
She does not provide.
I'm losing my faith. That's 2.
She's gonna smite you.
1 reroll. Really?
Wow.
So 9
You're
dice.
right.
And
She
not
provides 1
thing.
food. That's crazy.
And my greenhouse provides
Oh,
2
yeah.
food.
Wow, better than your goddess.
Yeah. I'm just going to start worshiping greenhouse. Okay, so search. Wow, that completely.
That's pretty bad, yeah.
That does definitely change. Change a lot. Seven.
Yeah, now do I look? No, let's get some more cards.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is when you look there, you can't look here, and then you
Yeah.
don't get what you need to actually win. So it's like, it's rough.
Forgot who I was playing. So you said that I've been playing 12 for 5 hours.
Yeah.
That's not. Oh, yeah, it is. Wow.
Search, move, and R&D, huh? All right, I think I'm gonna try this. Let's see. So I'm gonna spend a green and steal your purple because you're the only one that has purple. So I'm gonna steal it. And now I'm going to then spend that purple to place a hijack token on your temple. So now I can do what you can do with the temple. The temple I can roll. Is it a 1/4?
4 to you roll is to move, and on a 4 to 6 you can go over an empty space on
And then I'm gonna do this. Oh, for God's sake! Well, that makes
Yeah,
it.
I kind of see how he needs the temper.
I needed it really bad. I wouldn't have taken your purple if it wasn't desperate. And that's it for me. I R&D'd last. So now
World
4
events.
horrible world events.
You know what I find kind of ironic with, at least on this one game, was
Yeah.
purples are supposed to be rare, and it seems like every place we go, purples pop out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Random purple, red.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
3
true.
reds.
Well, yeah.
3 red.
Everything was red on our board.
C4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, good.
It's gone.
I coveted yellow.
Yeah.
Just can't get there for all the cooks in it.
Right?
Yeah, right?
Wrath of Athobrae. All scouts on this hex tile except Suvin receive an additional wound.
So that's fine. Basically, nothing happens.
C6.
It's the row.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And now that I'm looking at where this is at, we actually, that goes away when it flips over.
Oh, good.
Oh, okay, cool. So random.
Finally not purple.
Yeah, right. We've been rolling a lot of purple. But there is a situation set up where we could get the
Static discharge. There are no scouts there, so no,
no
effect.
problem there. Yeah, that's what happens as it's more is falling apart. There's less really that is. Yeah. But the we flipped one without a card, so it'd be possible to,
E6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
because of the world event. Yep. So if
That's
we,
already been flipped, so that's gone.
Yep.
Oh, wow. These are mine, right?
Yes, that's I was being very careful. Those are all. Yeah. Those are
Homeward
keeping
bound.
them separate.
The journey home is long, and one must take the time to rest. Any scout with their bags half full may
That's
not
you, Brad.
perform any actions this round. Move,
Yep.
search,
God,
attack,
this is-
or trade.
Stupid world.
That goes temporary.
That never happens to me.
So now that scout is basically paralyzed.
G6.
Eek. I think you're dead.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Bam. He terraformed it, so no. That goes
Okay.
back, and all that stuff goes back.
Oh,
on
phew.
with it.
Okay.
Yep.
that one at
Saved
the
your
right
butt.
time.
Yeah, you did.
Rising seas. Sea levels flood once fertile marshes with brackish poison. No one can perform the search action in the marshes.
Marsh. Okay. So marsh is off limit, and homeward bound. We'll put that in the temporary. Only affects Brad.
Light blue.
Dark blue is
blue.
marsh. Dark blue is marsh. So where all the beautiful purple popped out.
Is there one more?
No, that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hidden. The hidden fourth.
They moved to that greenhouse.
Yep.
That's awesome.
And I.
Fruit.
It's pretty convenient that, like, the way it's fallen apart, it's kept you connected to everything.
Yeah.
It make me, and you know this like key piece is never gonna go. So that's kind of cool.
Oh yeah, because
Right?
there's no other tile for it.
Exactly. There's no card that will.
So then they're going to advance 6 inches to there.
Yeah, recruit moves.
And each of them will shoot.
One.
Bigger total than you.
Reroll.
There's 2s.
2 heals. Boom. And then 3 and 4.
Finds 2 things.
Alrighty. He got the Christmas search.
Wow, finally.
Alright, there you go.
The reversal of bad fortune. And I have no clue what's coming. So if it's bad, it's not really my fault.
Yeah, right? I didn't stack the deck this time.
You know what that one is? Pass that.
You're just like drop a ball.
What would be a character at all?
So what's, oh, you replicated with the processing plants? Alright.
Paralyzed.
I just want a small character. So that'd be funny. What if it was like another battlefield?
5.
5.
It was like a shit ton of mouse ruins. It was like a mouse army.
Yeah, they both have a pretty good power. Their action ability is. A lot of times people don't recognize like how powerful it is, and once they start doing it, you're
early
like,
on, this wasn't that good. But when you're looking at 3 or 4, you're like, oh, no.
yeah, and I'm gonna push
It's
this.
like that one turn. It's like, I'm not going to recruit because they're all going to die. I'll just save my food.
Yep.
Because there's death in the cities, death outside the city, death
It was just
everywhere.
death everywhere.
I can definitely. That was an accidental, fantastic move on my part.
Yeah. Yeah. No, the greenhouses are
Very
definitely.
nice to the board. The board must remember this day.
Oh, really?
Of course, if he moves, it doesn't matter, I guess. But for now, you are safe.
Okay.
I should check that first. Just double checking.
Yeah, right. That would.
For now, you are safe.
Right. This time I am gonna recruit. Okay. And
Fourth is having a bad game, so be nice.
damn it, I shouldn't have recruited. And then I will move, and oceans are still out. Damn it. Alright, well, I'm going to use the power of the temple, and I'm going to attempt to move this way. So that's 4 through 6, I get over the hole.
Yes.
I failed, so that's it. Okay. I'm just chilling in my city.
What else are you going to do?
Nothing.
Try to get out or sit there?
Exactly.
They're close. They have
Alright, my turn. Search.
I got 1 steel left.
Hey,
You got 1. Wow, that's a horrible place to be stuck to.
For him,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been told that no man is an island, but that is not looking true to me.
It's tempting. Yeah, you're on an island and he appears to be trained like an island.
So let's see. So they did a 6-inch advance. So
yeah, he used hijack a lot. It was pretty cool. I was happy to see it being
Hijack is awesome. That's weird. That should be like that. The hijack is really a cool one. But nobody's stuff got broken, and his greenhouse,
Yeah.
I tried to break at least 4 times.
Yeah.
Never
He's
could
never been able
roll a
to
higher than a 3. I mean, it's like,
And he wouldn't help you, huh?
no, he wouldn't help.
Wow. I might have helped.
It was just
We
amazing
need to
to.
know more about how the game works.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
found out that's a very powerful thing to have in play.
Yeah.
Exactly. Which is why I kept trying to break it. And I finally just gave up. I was like, you have an invulnerable greenhouse. It's impenetrable. It's like, forget it. Because I feel like I wasted a lot of
Now remember,
actions.
I saved you. That's all
So
I have
you
to
say. We have to take your word for it.
Well, if I didn't, then you could be mad at me the rest of the game.
Yeah. I'm done.
Until the end of the world.
I only saved you this round, though. Remember that as well.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, what do
Here,
we
I'm
get for
gonna
those things?
try to make it convenient for you. Make sure it's in the right order.
Shouldn't matter. The one that's important is number 5.
F8.
There's those 4 coming up.
That's going to be that one. Oh, that sucks.
That sucks.
I didn't say I saved you. I saved you.
Atmospheric destabilization. Solar radiation is more intense than ever, creating.
Uh-oh.
Whatever it is.
I need better glasses. Let's see. Wreaking it. All players must break any technology that requires glue to build.
I'm glad that I.
So that's
So
broken.
now we've got
That's
broken.
broken.
I never even got to use that.
Apparently, I didn't get to use my shields.
No, he used it once. He just reloaded.
Yeah, he refreshed because everybody got killed.
E7.
That's that one. Lordy Lou.
Poison Marsh. Every scout currently on a marsh hex takes a wound.
Well, since nobody could search there, no one went there. That's
Yeah.
good.
C3.
Right above my city, so yep, that's where it was too. So that
Like I
is
said here.
no, it was over there. That's why when he was drawing all the C's, I was like, oh man, in C row there's gonna be
If
a.
I knew that, maybe you would have been dead.
That's what happened.
So
Although you are going to be dead.
now what happens is you draw an additional 3 of these. So you pause. So first you read the world event
So this is the event for that.
for that exactly.
Okay.
I apologize. You
Evolution.
were safe until that happened.
Insects in this location have gathered.
Oh.
Platium. It's the purple.
Oh,
But you get
to build
radiated.
their hatcheries and extrude radiation in surrounding
Oh, it's
locations
surrounding. Okay, it is.
to protect them. In addition to upheaval bonus, add 3
Which there's
purple to
none.
this location. Also add radiation chips to all adjacents.
So that goes there. Curses, and now this sort of breaks into the middle of it. So now you got that going
Would still be
for that one, right?
Okay.
Here we go.
So that happened because you got a blank?
Because
That was the blank.
Yep.
And that's you. I did try to save you, honestly.
Yeah, he actually did. It was the 5th one down.
All right. So then those.
It's okay.
There you go.
More of the same.
Yeah, right. It's been brutal.
Oh, that. No, I wasn't trying to-
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Time to breathe.
Is it though?
I really did try to save you.
G7.
That sounds like a song.
I really did try to save you.
Oh, it's top. But I really do. Red and purple.
Poisonous plants.
Oh, no.
Location event. All
You know this
scouts
one
on
too?
this space and adjacent spaces roll a d6.
Uh
Oh, good. What do I got there?
oh. 4 and 3. Yeah.
Okay, so 3, 2. Scout receives weakness poison.
Okay.
So that's the blue. It's like a blue one.
I think these
Green. Like green.
So this, I thought that was slowness. Slowness is the crawling guy, right? So it's this one.
Okay.
It's my bad, guys. Sorry. So weakness, that means that you can only carry 3 things now.
And 4. I get slowness.
That's
The crawling guy. Apparently, I was wrong. He can only move 2. And I'll take that. I do always mix them up.
E4.
E4? Yeah, middle of the world.
I don't have terraformers.
Typhoons. Brutal enormous storms make the oceans unnavigable. No one can perform the search action in the oceans this round.
Whatever.
Alrighty. And then back to the.
F2. Yay, it exists.
All right. Yeah, it exists.
Yeah. Oh, typhoons.
Oh, well, look at that.
Okay.
Twice
Yep.
in a row. Wow.
Yeah. Well, that's-
There's not very many that we duplicate, but there are like the ones where you can't search in a certain area are duplicated.
Yeah, see, I'm attempting very hard to destroy the planet.
Yeah.
So I can search again at least.
Yeah, your characters.
You know, he says, well, I'm part of GW, but all he does is defend GW and chase other races.
Son of a gun.
You know, so as much as I'm GW back,
He doesn't have his
No, I stole it.
Alright, well,
I'm gonna play it.
something else, baby.
not yet.
You gotta be searching the flip text tile.
Not yet. No.
It was you within
Yeah.
10 to 14 points. Yeah, it was close. Because 356 to 340.
Sorry.
You have the most peaceful of those things. It feels like I don't. So during the build action, you can rebuild it for the full cost, but at the beginning of every turn, just like your greenhouse, we can put a fix-it token on. Yeah, you should have gotten one for sure. I should too. So that represents 1 cube.
1 cube discount, basically.
What? Yeah, one cube discount. Exactly.
So I'm going to build a little farm set and then
At least you didn't have any technology to break. Ouch. All right. Me?
Yeah.
So I guess that's when I would get it because it just broke on the token. So I'd get it now. I'm gonna try to move. Oh no, it's broken.
Well, you know what? Really, I can't tell you.
So if
Well, you can go to
You can go to that one.
I could, but he has to fix his.
You can't search in the oceans anyway. Right?
No, you can't search in the oceans,
Yeah,
right?
but you can go here to get
To get a boot. But my question is, he has to fix that for me to be able, like, so now both our fortunes are okay. All right. I will just move into there and I'll search.
So that's kind of what keeps you from breaking it. In a way.
Yeah. Nada. Unless, do you want to add one?
Yes, because I don't want you stealing it from me.
Okay. I'm gonna take red. All right. Yeah, then I'll R&D. Oh, I have no choice. All right. I'm assuming you want 2 of these. You're getting used to.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they are. But I'm planning on fixing them first. I just want to build one more ship part.
Future relations. Well, I don't know if I'll get off.
Goes to Tolkor.
Now I had to pass up the ship part for Belgium. So I'm gonna have to dig.
At least it wasn't the antimatter chamber that you passed.
That's true, but still, it's really frustrating. I was like, oh, I got my ship, but I don't have any fuel.
Get
So I guess I gotta give my
house.
give up my ship.
Finally getting used to it.
Yeah, I
You
forget it
also
all the
take one of
time.
those, or flip that thing to 2. Where is it?
Well, either flip it to 2 or put one. Yeah.
Does it have to be assigned now? Or?
No, you assign
Yeah, you
which
assign
one
it
you
now.
want. Yeah. Which one you want to fix?
Aren't there any scouts out there for me to
Convert.
correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the more powerful thing.
Well, you just want to fix so you.
Maybe, but regardless of that, it's also in your best interest. It's as if you converted me already.
And these only go away from first aid kits or death.
Correct. First aid or death.
So no reason to go to the city and search.
Nah, the world has been truly brutal in this one. You set this one up. I blame you, bro. And then you can also be a force of chaos now. Since if you feel like, I'm not going to make it anyway, like, just shoot him and blast people and just be like, screw it. Look for the events that just screw everybody up. That's my attitude, so you don't have to take that on, but when I feel like I'm not going to win anyway, I start just screwing everybody.
I tried to stop this.
Yeah. There you go.
I made that card that screws everybody up.
S2.
Yeah.
Everything went to try.
Nice. S2 got double.
Well, and you did well because I was pummeling
S3.
and I mean, there were some bad rolls, but on the whole, I
S4.
tried my best.
Oh, wow, 2 food. Yeah, make another step.
It's the ocean's not the.
Yeah, but that's the rule of the game, right? And
Okay,
strategy is
third thing. What do I do for a third thing?
And you know, our battle, it's so split. I literally divided ones. I don't know. That's what I want because like on one shot.
I keep forgetting there's a camera. Like every once in a while, I'll look and like I'll see myself, and then sometimes it's just the board.
Yeah,
So what's the-
I keep changing it up.
Oh, okay, cool. Is this live? Is this like
Yeah.
okay, live stream? Cool. It is, so they do know when it's happening. It's all good. I hope not. Although I tell everybody about this stuff. You are. I love that one. You get to go again like a full
Are you
turn.
recording it too?
Yeah.
Can we get a recording?
Free action.
We have to pay for that.
And now there's the new guys. There's the Polish army.
Oh, let's go
There's
search.
the British army.
S1.
There's another guy that goes to the he's got a
S2. S3.
There it is.
Reroll.
And then Ryan will have Germans. Yeah. Ryan has Americans.
S4.
I don't know how we Well, here's the thing. So we played 2 full-track tournaments last
He spent the resources to go a complete another turn.
So he's drilling because he loves bullfish. He wants to play it. And he drills every time we set the tournament.
Oh, a whole other turn was that?
Yeah, so he gets to do 3 more actions, and he can do repeats.
Right now, he drills.
Like I saw the one that I have one that I can do the extra
Yeah,
action.
you can do 1 extra action. But he had to spend, what was it, an orange, a food, a blue, in order to do
Yeah, I
all.
keep a lot of stuff and I get built all over again. So.
Now we just gotta get rid of shit.
Whereas the extra action is just like I play this and I can do another action.
You weren't here for that. No, I was not. Ryan played him. And
Yeah.
Jeez, I want to
find-
get all spread out in case of these smaller events, and I'm not doing that.
But at least, you figured out to be on spots that haven't flipped if you can. Because, like, then they're not going to die. They're just going to maybe get hurt.
Unless.
I'm going to get. Oh,
I mean,
I don't have a
yeah.
camera. It doesn't matter.
In the forest, they're safe.
Yes.
Semi-safe spot.
That's a totally safe spot. Because that's like a terraformed, will never be hit spot. Adjacency could get you there. I always hate when I'm like, oh, you're totally safe there, nothing can get you. And then there's like the one card that's like, oh yeah, except for that card, I'm sorry. Bad advice, I guess.
So the dad has Japanese and the son has American.
It's like a event.
Alright.
I'll beat the Oracle again.
So that's fine.
Now that I've done all my moves and I can't like, run home.
Yeah. Well, when you're doing 6 actions, basically, you might as well look at the world events.
And he took some damage, and he's slow.
So you're good right now in either one of the last 2.
Well, I beat them both, then I need to hopefully I'll get the fuel, but if I don't die, I'll get the fuel.
You got a mine, you'll get the fuel, and it's ironic.
There's this coming up.
If he's having a
Yeah.
bad day,
I'm just saying, it's totally possible.
just keep playing.
I don't have to be successful.
Oh, you don't have terraforming.
I don't have to be successful. I just have to
And
start.
then, but if he's good,
It's just a matter
he still gets happy, but he does not.
you see what's going on.
I do see what's going on. I just kind of assumed you always have terraforming, but you weren't playing this for most of the game. That's why I was like, of course he'll save that, and then he'll do Define and Blast Off.
Nothing.
Sorry, everybody.
Oh, no.
So
I hope it's not no.
Well, I don't know what's going on. I mean, they were moving back and they were finishing the house, and then he had to get set up with the PA. So I think
There you go.
There goes, I'll roll for that guy, so he gets wounded. Number 3.
On a 1 or a 2, he takes a wound.
Uh-oh.
Just a wound. Yeah, and he took it.
Bigger boat needed. Any scouts starting on, entering, or passing through an ocean this time. Must pay the price. Lose 1 resource in order. I don't have any resources.
Well, it's only if you're full bag too, isn't it?
With a full bag. Correct.
Yeah. So
Excellent.
I was like, oh, that's about the least harmful when I can put any.
Put in the top, yeah. No more radiation. Hey, there's your Caltrate.
Oh, now you know where to go.
Run down
You need teleporters or not. It's gone, huh? That look on your face.
You can't even stop it, so it doesn't matter.
What's the sitch?
Cataclysm.
Oh.
We don't even have enough purple
Between us to stop it. So you draw an additional.
I think it's 4. 4 players.
So there's like a thing where like if you collectively have enough to spend and stop this cataclysm, you can do so. Otherwise, you have to draw an additional number equal to the number of players. So
And we don't even have enough between us to stop it. So
yeah. So you get 4. So you're doing
Now,
double
I'm
doom.
my part.
Nobody else has purple though.
Double doom.
Oh no, that means.
Yeah.
You have no idea
Just
now.
think about this one. I chose that one over the one that just got pulled.
Oh, jeez. It's coming.
Well, on the bright side, the game will kill us soon.
Yeah, the game is definitely going to kill us.
No, I don't believe it.
Brad refuses. Never.
I never say that. Okay, Zealots Rise Up, the Athobrae Holistic Order of Lazarus, a French end of the world cult stages a mass suicide bombing. Any scout on this textile is killed.
It's gone.
So,
It's not going to matter, yeah. And like all the upheavals,
do
yeah.
they? Yeah. Adjacent. Oh,
It's right here. Zealots Rise Up.
So adjacent.
Oh, so I would take a
Scouts on adjacent textiles take a wound on D6 roll 1 or 3. 1 through 3.
1 through 3. Great. I took a wound. All right. So there's some shrapnel from the suicide bomb.
H4.
So once again, you might take a wound. Just don't roll a 1 or a 2 like me.
What you did?
Or do that.
Heat lightning. Oh, and then you are not the claw, so you take another wound.
Well, I think I will just die then.
Yeah, you will.
A blast of heat lightning causes protect.
At least
And that
we're
was the
holding
one that
anything.
wasn't
All scouts
affected
on
by
this
anything.
phase, except Paul, receive an additional wound. So,
Yeah.
Paul
That
is
was
not
the
on
healthy
this
guy.
thing. C1.
I'm dead.
Yep.
You are now definitely an island. Okay.
Definitely an island. That goes.
And sometimes it's remove all purple.
Exposed purple from the board.
So not only does nobody have purple,
But now no one's gonna get it. Okay.
Very little purple.
yes.
3 tiles that can produce it.
B4. You want to do that?
Sure. Yellow, green, and red.
Anybody on an ocean? Oh, that's me.
Uh-oh.
I get 2 blue.
Oh, look at that. That was good because this is going away, obviously.
Yes. So, March Madness. Artechu can be heard weeping for his fallen companion throughout the marshlands. The song of sadness slows all travelers. Place this card in the reigns of play spot on the board. -1 movement for all scouts moving through marshes. When this card is removed, scouts on marsh locations gain 2 blue.
So if you pass a dark blue, you can only move 2.
Alright, back on track here.
Ah.
C7. That should be this one.
Got it.
Right. The best laid plans. It's all falling to pieces. All players discard all events currently in
And that's your
Caltree.
Caltree.
Fantastic.
Well, at least build the spaceship.
I'm not giving up yet.
Well, I guess there is some in the world.
There
It's
is,
not.
Yep.
All is not
Not
lost.
giving up yet. Alright. C7.
Season mine would have been really badass. I'm so sorry, man.
That's so stupid.
C7 again?
Sheesh.
And nowhere is safe. Apply the city effect of this card to all cities.
Choices.
So you may kill 2 scouts. I don't have 2 scouts to kill.
Nope.
Empty
Although you could
bags of
clear
all
your
scouts,
poisons.
which I could do that. Destroy all broken technology and break all active technology. I don't really want to do that.
I'm not doing that, I don't think.
And
Or
discard your hand of cards from the game. I'm definitely not doing that. So I will. The 2 free blue I got.
Well, I can only discard my
Hands.
that's pretty much where I'm at.
So there you go.
from the game.
From the game, so that's my antimatter chamber. That can't run. So
Maybe I should have moved it.
I know. I'm just saying, like now it is humanly impossible.
That's just teasing.
I feel bad for like stealing your Caltrines now, but oh well. I thought when I stole it, I thought like I actually might be able to pull this off, and then the world rained down with terror. All right, so I will start by.
I'm just sad that I picked up that stupid Caltrine instead of the ship partner.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to R&D.
Yeah. No.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
we do. I usually do it when it comes around to my turn.
Good. So I will just flip that, and then I'll R&D. That would be ridiculous. Yeah, I'll do it.
Oh, no.
I gotta fix this first. Don't worry, guys, but it'll be ridiculous. All right. So I R&D'd.
Oh man, it's a long track. I'm gonna try it though.
I will try to break your greenhouse.
And fail.
Untouchable.
See, the no trespassing sign works.
It works. It works. It scares the
dog
Dane.
bites.
Yeah.
We're a dog.
Well, that is it. That's really all I can do. So, I'm done.
You should be. I guess you don't need to regroup.
Well, wait. Actually, I will. I can build. So I will rebuild. No, I won't. Never mind. Yes, I will. I will spend a yellow and use this to fix both of these, and now that's fixed. Okay. This is kind of a new mechanic, so I'm still like getting used to it. Yeah, perfect. All right, so that's my 3 actions. And I'm not going to use this to build anything. I might as well just put it up there to steal from everybody else. So, your call on the regrouper if you're going to try and just shoot folks and grab stuff and maybe hurt them.
Yeah, I'll regroup.
All right. You're a more honorable man than I.
And that's why you're playing the dumb man.
Yeah, that's a good point.
All right. Let's see what you got.
Get 2 green or 2 red for the greenhouse.
That can't be broken. Kind of sucks that it's 7. Like you can get the 2 and it's not 8.
She has a friend in there. I don't know. So.
Oh, does she really? Cool.
So.
Move.
And the switch.
See if we can find some stuff here.
Got this.
I have to really. I wish I could teleport, man.
Oh. You get a food in your storage, though.
Well, that'll be helpful next turn.
Yeah, that's. You made a scout.
So as you move and you searched.
Yeah, recruit.
And recruited.
No, I have to
Bono, exactly. Exactly.
It's just because nobody's got a big enough boat.
Well,
all right.
Running into those not just for the attacks, but like these guys being the
Well, yeah, that's easy for you. That White City isn't a block. Some of us can't get down there.
Well, Oh, you need it, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The only two
well,
people that are
you see
never
what
getting
they
off
forced
this
me to
planet
this
have
time
the
is
fuel.
this thing, so
So it's
now
like
I'm
we've
never
got it
gonna
over
get
them. We're like,
That's the only way I can do it is get that.
yeah.
But by the
Did
time
you
I get
notice,
to-
Brad, that the two people that are like completely, there's no way. We both just built a hull and we both have Caltrines. You guys who actually have you would have a chance. With all the resources you've got, you could maybe make it happen. You need to get blue. I'll just say. I'll just help you out. You need a lot of blue.
Hey, you get rid of that quicksand and I can do that. The only other blue I can
Is-
see is way over here.
Or
It's hard to
further
get
back,
out here.
Oh, yes, it is.
I'm gonna have to fix my temple just so I can.
Just
hop
so you
over
can
here.
get there. Yeah.
And purple's gonna be blue. It's your turn, or it's the world's turn, Devin.
Oh, it is. Okay.
That.
And that could
Oh, God.
that could change everything. A2 is history. That boom and all cities must destroy one of their mines. So
Okay.
your mine is gone. Mine gone. You lost your mind. C6, which is I think this one, right? Yeah. Blink.
Stay away from this side of the world for now.
Yeah, we'll see. And it's reignited fires. Every scout in a forest takes a wound. Anybody in
But I
the
stayed in the
forest?
mountains.
Good.
No.
Yeah, hiding in the mountains.
Yes.
So, and bigger boat's gone. Let's clean up. H2. It's above your city. All right, that could be good. Green. And Twister. So no one's in the marsh, I don't think. But you get a reward there. So now anytime you stop in the forest, there's this horrible monster that was stirred up. So, oh no, that's Twisters. This is the plains. I'm sorry.
Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be the plains?
It's the plains. So this is Twisters. Tornadoes ravage the plains. Staying in one place for too long is a bad idea. Place this card and it remains in play. -1 search die when you're in the plains. So any scout on a plain hex tile that does not move receives a wound. So you can go in there and you do a crappy search, and then if you don't move, you take a wound.
One chance.
That's
that Caltrine.
so planes are kind of a pain in the butt now. And the last one is I3. So
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
dude, that was genius,
You know what's
and it's even
ironic
within
thing is, I
range.
think the other one was right here and I destroyed it.
Yeah,
Just, I picked one. Okay. Oh.
yeah,
Hell.
yep. That's intense. You can still do this.
That wouldn't have happened if I knew that. Which
Well,
ones were gone?
that's true.
I knew it was the desert.
Yeah, the desert is, I think, the only one that it could have been.
Yeah. But I didn't.
You didn't know that, yeah. You keep track. All right, so then I pass the token to thee.
Wow, so
And we
actually
see
you
what
could really
happens.
get hosed in the beginning if it was a poor.
Yeah.
One or two of those could even disappear in the first
They
15.
did.
Yeah.
That's one.
Yeah, when we started this one disappeared, and I was like, uh-oh.
R&D.
I always rely on that event. It's nice to have.
Me
I know.
Too. Me too. Now we just have to see what happens. I mean, he's gonna get to this before me, so I'll do that one.
At least you can't be converted. Well, he's not. It's broken now too, but he's got the conversion tokens out there ready.
Yeah. I'm not concerned about attacking him though.
Yeah.
Trying to get my butt off the planet.
No, I'm saying he could take it from you. Like,
Oh, right.
that's really what conversion is. A lot more like the rogues than anything else.
He can't get to that side of the world anyway. Radiation
He's gonna build his temple any second now, and just hop over empty spaces.
doesn't have to now.
No, he doesn't.
This is supposed to be this way.
Now this is where I get spiteful.
Okay.
I'll target the scout.
Scout 1. All right.
If I'm not getting off the planet, no one is.
Well, you get a reroll.
I do.
Thank
Wow.
God, I did not want to have to waste my stuff on that.
Literally dodged a bullet.
It's gonna be hard enough for me to make this trek all the way down here and back
Yep.
up again.
Yep.
You're shooting at me all the way through it. Oh my god! Shoot at the Caltrine.
If anybody can do it, Obi.
You're done.
Yep, I'm done.
Okay, so I'm gonna get 2 food, but I'm gonna spend 4, so
Okay, that.
I'll save that much hassle. And move,
Yeah.
and then search.
Told you to get there
That's
before,
1.
right? Oh, okay.
That's 2.
And S3. This is the big one.
Okay,
And
Reroll.
a reroll.
Maybe I should go after that one. You get a food.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a food too. I have a feeling this Keltry is not gonna be.
Not
Okay, that was it.
Where'd I go?
Yeah, but the sooner you go, the sooner Klein will kill us all.
Yeah.
They don't really have search help. Do they? Oh, that could help.
Because
I don't know.
usually maxing out is only 3 characters.
That was a good idea to move to this planet, but it was not.
Have 2 ones.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, you
You
know,
need a 6-1.
this is not a mirror of what's going on Earth.
Is that
So
the permanent thing?
It is. I get
Oh, that's right,
one
tornadoes,
search die.
one search die.
And I failed completely.
Yeah, I was gonna say you have your ad.
I know, that's why I didn't. When he was shooting, he's like, I don't want to use it because I'm going to use it for the Caltrines.
Yeah. You got some event you said might be helpful.
Only helpful to get me home.
Okay. And you have to move, which sucks.
I don't
Or
have
just
to
take
get
a wound,
and then
he'll
pray
shoot
to
you
God
dead.
that I get home. I'm going to pray to the.
Oh, it's my turn,
glorious
isn't it?
gods. Yes, it is.
Okay. So it's too late now, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So I'm gonna spend a green to steal your purple, and then I'm gonna play this event and spend a purple to remove all red from your city storage. Yeah.
Fine, I'll just
It was
remake them.
it was untraceable toxins. That's I wanted to break your greenhouse so bad that time because I'd be like, look at that, the untraceable toxins. But no, so that's that. So I've done that was basically just one action. So I'll R&D, sort of the nasty events I can find. Take that,
I keep missing that. Can I have one of those tokens?
and I will try to break your greenhouse. Here we go. Unbelievable! I was like, it has to break now.
7?
That's 6 or 7 times.
Yeah.
I think 6. It's just ridiculous. Okay. Aha. Oh, for me. Thank you.
Yeah, you didn't claim
I didn't take one. Yeah, thank you. That was so kind. After I just obliterated your food supply. Yeah.
All right, Corith. It's the world's
The
turn.
world's turn.
F1.
G2.
Yeah.
Gee willikers.
Well, when they come out, when
There goes the radiation.
So the world's so much safer now.
Mysterious tunnels.
That's not going to matter because the space has to be there.
Oh yeah. It's
It's a
hexagons.
nasty chip for though. That's for sure.
That's 1.
G7.
so my problem is
Two.
That's not good.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, maybe. I was gonna
Implosive
say.
combination. Any scout with both yellow and blue in their bag must remove all yellow and blue from their bag.
So we're good there.
So that's number 2. Number 3.
Yeah, he's keeping track here.
Oh.
D2.
Now that's
Oh, good. Now we'll have to
another
So
3.
let's do this.
Is that a nuclear option? What happened?
I don't know. I'm not sure what happened there, but the
We
C
had
was
some
definitely.
where a bunch of scouts died and they took the tiles with them.
That's what it was. Yes. So that if you were on the space when you die, then you take that space.
Had a
Yes.
couple of them. I know.
That's what it is
one
exactly. Good memory.
So it's got 2 cards.
Yeah.
The 6 signs
Oh,
of
no.
Trakul
You need
Igyaya
to roll low.
are unfolding. Perform D6 rolled convulsions, ignoring all upheaval bonuses.
4 of them. All right.
I'm never getting home.
So
So that's 7 more total?
right. So should we do the no's first and then come to the 3s that we have to do? All right. So these. All right. That's 3, and then we still have 1 more to do. Jesus. All right. So here's the 3 first, right?
4, right?
Oh, the 4. So we'll do these. All right. So
What's the 3?
the 3 is because we did that. That's why I was like, which one should we do first? Yeah, the world is gonna win.
That's the thing you include is if this happens, what's the order?
Exactly.
I don't know how
Like,
much it matters.
Well, if somebody will ask and they'll get on and like look for an FAQ.
And then
Exactly.
I'll just
That's the
say,
order. It's the
this
first
is
part lane.
you're screwed.
This is choose your destructor.
Choose your destruction is right.
H2.
H2.
You got me on the edge of my seat here. It's just these tiles, these 3.
And I gotta take one of these 2, right?
Yes. Yes, you do.
Rapture. All scouts on this hex tile except Tolkor receive an additional wound. Surviving scouts instantly kill.
Yeah, but we don't have to worry about it because it's just gone.
Yep. E2.
That's okay. That's fine.
E2, this one. All right, but no upheaval bonus.
There's still.
Oh,
Oh,
there
you
it
were
is.
kidding me!
And ignoring upheaval bonuses for the signs. It's crazy.
Den of Thieves. Remove 1 exposed resource
Well,
from this
wouldn't
hex
have
It
made
tile.
wouldn't have
Anyway.
meant, it was not going to be there.
And adjacent tiles. Remove exposed resources in this order.
So all of them?
Not just one.
Just 1 from each.
Probably
Usually
the
blue before
Yeah,
red.
blue before red for sure.
Red
No, red
blue.
before blue.
Oh,
And it's
Really?
blue before red is standard order, but we labeled it there for some reason.
Okay.
These are hungry, I guess.
Hungry thieves.
Oh my goodness. Now.
D6.
Fine, I don't care.
So 3 more.
Another one?
Yeah, because people died all over the place and those were removed.
Well,
I told you the world is brutal, man.
well
We're
it's over
not-
now. We're not.
Yeah, there's no way.
Prayers answered. No additional effect.
Oh yes, of course.
No additional effect. Yeah.
So we got 6 more.
C3.
C3.
Actually, we have 7 more because we still got 1 from the original 4.
Yeah.
Yeah,
1, 2, 3.
3.
Oh, good.
And that's the last one of
That's
those.
the last one.
It's the last one of those.
That's,
So that shouldn't
let's just
happen
count
again.
those and see if there's enough in the
Well,
deck.
we're going to world event for this spot.
Yep.
Yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
9. And then there'll be one more is 10. Yeah. That's insane.
Deag Prevarian.
No, that's for you.
Yeah.
All
that's not
scouts
gonna
on this
matter.
hex except Dane receive additional
Right next
wounds.
to your city, though. It's kind of ironic.
That is kind of cool. Yeah. But whatevs. That's gone.
Okay.
And now we do the 9. And then boom.
B4.
I don't care about that one either.
Okay. History.
Oh, man. I don't think there's enough tiles out there.
Searing suns create crumbling dust vistas across the planet. Remove all exposed red from the board.
No biggie. Not for someone with an unbreakable greenhouse.
Right? H3.
That's this one.
That's okay, too. In fact, you can hit that one again if you want to.
2 orange or red.
Lucky break. No additional effect.
That's lucky.
E2.
Gone.
Now
That's it.
Now I'm screwed. E3 would have been fine.
Yeah.
Wildfire's Rage. No one can perform search action in forests.
In the forest, yeah.
I'm getting my Caltrate. I don't care.
G4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, there's still one up there. But I have no food.
Wildfires.
Oh, again. So no one
So now we have
really
worldwide
can't search in the forest.
Hey, we just turned into California.
Yeah, right.
or North America. Did you see the footage of that? Where the number of fires was basically the entire Rockies are on fire.
No, you're terraforming? Okay.
That's my only chance.
Darkness Falls. All scouts on this and adjacent hex tiles take a wound.
That's nobody, so yay.
H5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's your city. So the next card you read the city event, and it only applies to him.
Okay. Dust Devils. Remove all yellow from city storage.
Oh.
That's
be red.
Oh, that's rough.
F1.
That's fine. Kill it.
Boom, you are dead, and so is the Caltrines.
Get back home anyway. So.
Abandoned vehicles.
That's not gonna matter. It's one of those rare good ones, though. It's like you find a Korath built shit thing that if you can rebuild it, you can drive home really fast with a bunch of stuff.
F4.
That's the
1, 2, 3,
Claw.
4.
So now you read the city event first.
I'm not concerned.
Change in the winds. Cold fronts collide. Giant hail falls from thunderous clouds.
And a white Caltrine ends up in your city.
A shot of liquid palladium is the only hope of stopping this deadly storm. Lose 3 purple in any
combination of stuff that's built and
out of city storage, breaking technology or blueprints that require purple.
Really? I gotta break my blueprints?
You do. That's pretty much what happened. It's a shame you didn't have some purple in your storage.
In addition, activate blizzards.
Oh, so this is gone.
Okay. And you were in the plains. You would have got something.
Remains in play.
Yeah. So that
Sheets
goes
of
there.
white.
So now basically,
Mountainous
yeah,
regions.
mountains just stop you. So like if you're moving and you hit a mountain spot, you just have to stop.
So it's
It doesn't hurt you, and you can still search, but you can't move
It
through
makes
it.
it even harder for me to get that one Caltrine.
Sure does. Well, it's blizzards.
H4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Wow, look at that. It's like a circle.
Oh my goodness.
That is amazingly crazy.
It's a good thing we took blue spinning out.
Doctors Without Borders. Every player, first player in order, may spend 1 red per active scout in order to heal or
Sorry,
remove. Now it's too
Yeah.
bad that red went away already.
Yeah, right?
And the last one.
The last one.
D4.
That's this one. Okay. Yeah, I had warned them. I told them all about how now that's going to be happening because it happened once up here and then it happened all over the place when everyone kept dying.
The forecasters were wrong. No additional effect.
I don't think they were as wrong. I don't think they were wrong.
Did they forecast death, doom, and destruction? Because if they did, they were not wrong.
Actually, they were totally right. So I would say when you pass the chip, this is a point where the players can decide, like, it's one more round. Do we play it out or do we say, all right, I'd be happy to play it out, but it also seems like,
Yeah.
the world has won.
Yeah.
I need 2 food for my greenhouse, because dang it, those are going to
I'm
replenish.
gonna build my last blueprint, damn it.
I'm going to regroup.
I can't.
Search 1.
Keep that one fucking district.
Wow.
2 rolls.
That's 2 rolls, yeah. Roll blues and yellows. Green. Okay.
Resolve that.
Scout 2.
Wow.
Red. Yellow.
That was that Dust Devil. Yeah.
There's only a couple more rounds
Scout
left.
3. And a reroll.
Alright, so you get the
Take a white
Caltrines
one
and a
and a
yellow one,
No,
yeah.
just take 2 yellow.
Yeah, right?
Gotta get that home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get it home, get it safe. You might even just stay at home huddled there, like, scared about what might happen in the world.
I know I'll be building some technology.
1, 2, 3. Have to stop.
So starting in the mountains doesn't stop his movement?
Starting, no, but at least when you enter. So when that comes up earlier, there's mountains all over. You stop, but then you, on your next turn, keep going in whatever direction you wanted.
Really?
Actually, I haven't seen the world in a long time. It's a little bit refreshing. To me.
I saw one a couple times last That's my favorite section.
Since school started, I haven't seen it play as much.
That's it for me.
Alrighty.
I'll take my repair token next there, so don't worry about it. And then I will regroup because I have plans. Although I don't have Caltrines out, which is good. But I guess my ship's broken.
Okay. I'm gonna regroup this time.
If my ship weren't broken and I had a Caltrine.
Okay, so I regroup, so it goes to you. It's just
What
not
are
fun
the
here.
events that are in? Because this was no searching in the forest, right?
There
Right.
are gold in our searching the forest. Oh, this is the stops you at the mountains.
Stop at the mountain. Okay.
So even if you didn't get that Caltrine, I'd have to stop there before I could continue.
All right. Are you ready to perform the duties of doom? There's the 4 cards.
I'm gonna be next.
But I don't want it.
I know, right? And there's those 4 cards. Let's see what terrible stuff happens.
I too.
Choink.
That's not good. No, nothing happened. All is calm.
All is calm.
End of the world.
I 3.
Party in like 1999.
They're both dead.
And one of the new employees.
Well, at least they dropped everything off for it.
Exactly. You got it home.
Missing time. Any scout on this or adjacent spaces may not perform actions.
Well, nobody's there.
Nobody's there.
At least I don't like it.
It's like missing time, missing life. D1. It's this guy.
Tidal Mayhem. Every scout currently in an ocean textile takes it.
Nobody's. Yep.
None of that. See.
Really?
Oh no.
F6.
Jesus Christ. So I guess you're dead. At least he dropped his stuff off.
Oh, you got a scout alive still.
No. Oh, you got a scout in the city. On your island.
Yep. And nowhere to go. No way to go anywhere.
All scouts on this or adjacent spaces take 1 on hit.
So that's nothing. It's bad enough that the entire planet is.
Spaces, not
Yeah.
like 14.
I know, right? You definitely got the monster like.
Rationing initiatives are working for some reason.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Get to put 3 into your storage.
Yeah, I think I've decided I'm achievement hunting
Yeah.
for the most locations drawn in a single turn.
Okay. Well, then you have got it. Achievement unlocked, sir.
You may have set a high
And then I think the
Dude,
most
that's
scouts in my
actually-
city at the end of the game.
Yeah, right? I forgot. If it wasn't for that event, you actually would have had it. Well, and the
That's what I
Caltrines.
said.
And the Caltrines. You're done for.
Yeah, because I'm the wolf. So I don't even get a chance next time.
Yeah.
Your Gungans and Guardians.
Alrighty. Are you done? I'll take 2. Take 2 food and call you in the morning. It would, if you go on that space, you'll take a wound, but otherwise it just takes 1 away from your movement if you pass through it.
Yeah, the world's gonna end.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's over.
So
now.
that's
I
what-
can't do anything.
I need to. Do they have a greenhouse that generates blue? Because that's what I need.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Blue and yellow. So, but if you regrouped, you would take 4 because you have a greenhouse. If you want to.
But my greenhouse will get me a scout.
True.
Yeah.
So yeah, and you don't have time to
Fuss around.
fuss around.
You don't have any way to get it.
I needed to use the bathroom, but then I
Did you? You can fix the.
I was coming back and
Fix
How
both
many?
of them.
I would, because then you can at least
You get to
go to places
Oh,
to
wait,
get.
no, I can only fix one of them.
fix the one that you move places, but it doesn't matter.
It
You can
doesn't.
spend the yellow to fix to fix this one.
This one here instead.
Yeah, and then it's almost free, I think, right?
Yeah, it'll cost me like 1.
Yeah, so I would do it. In fact, I would save your yellows and spend the green if you can.
Oh yeah, I get it.
Because I know you need yellows and blue for the ship is all. So spend the green,
So that would be
fix that, and then you can jump over these
a build
things.
action. Well,
Yeah, you're using the build
make a
action.
giant
And then die.
And then most likely die. Yeah, but it's exciting. Playing it out, we're playing it out.
Gee, let's move to the yellow hex.
Maybe roll your dice. No, let's stay at home. It's really scary out there. It's 4 through 6 will allow you to just jump over.
Yeah.
Fitty
Should
fitty.
improve those odds, maybe.
Yeah,
Because everybody else can just move over spaces.
yeah.
They just can't kill us by stopping or something.
Sue's got the
Oh,
bass.
shit. And here goes the world.
Is there 4 left?
1, 2, 3,
Oh,
4.
there's one more turn after this.
Well, maybe.
I don't think there's that many that are going to be doing that. They've gone through them all. E5. This one.
Well, there goes bothering to get there for blues.
Keep moving. All scouts must move this turn and may not stop their movement on the same space they have started in, or they receive 2 wounds. So
You're gonna die.
Unless he happens to
He's
get
just running around the city going.
Well, now, theoretically, he could R&D.
He needs to build it though, and I don't think he can build
Oh, he may not have the stuff to build
it.
it.
Yeah. D5. Must be this one.
Yeah, it is.
Illusions of Grandeur. Well, that doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
because There's nothing there.
That would have taken away purple. If like purple were out, you have to remove it.
E1. There goes those. So,
Yikes. Run away.
why did it have to be Vipers? There's nobody around there either.
So it doesn't matter.
That's the poison
Okay.
around. E3. 1, 2,
3. That's it.
Oh no, I did that one.
Yeah. So those 2 will stay, and those are. So we know what those 2 are. All right. So at this point, do we say the world has won since we know those 2 are going to go?
token. Oh wait, I don't get it anyway. That's okay. I was gonna start repairing my ship.
Oh, yeah, you could start repairing your ship. And you also have the best to repair if you wanted to.
Oh, I wouldn't do that.
I know, I'm just saying, like, you. Yeah. So that's it.
Yeah.
So the world has definitely wiped us out. This, theoretically, we'll
The
make
next time
sure
around, it would be
it's
you.
those
Say
2.
G3 and G6.
Well, no, it should be H3 and F5.
Oh, that's right. G6.
Yeah, it is. H3, F5. Those are the.
Because I terraform this one,
You terraform that one. So those were going to stay. So these would have gone away, and that's all that's left of the world. Nobody got off the planet,
You would have been dead.
and you would have been dead.
But
Wow. So
You could recruit another
I could
one.
recruit another. He shall live again. Yeah. On a dying planet. So yeah, that is one of the rare instances in which the planet goes all the way.
I had some dang blues. I
Yeah.
got that close. I
Exactly.
was missing 1 blueprint to getting out of here.
Yeah.
And a bunch of blues.
And a bunch of blue
And
resources.
then all my yellows that I had.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like,
why.
I got all the yellows I need. I just need blues. Oh.
yep.
And then that dust devil thing wiped out all those
Planet
yellows.
is just brutal on this one.
Yeah. Yeah. So definitely
That's
in
kind
the
of rare.
It
We
is.
ran into a really horrible planet.
a particularly mean planet for sure. Thank you. But what I find is it's a game more of like your fortunes rising and falling a lot. So it's very roller coastery, where you're like, oh, I'm really kicking butt, and then it's like, whoa, no, I'm not.
Well, I saw that until about mid-game, and then all of a sudden it was like, no, the planet's just kicking us all in the teeth.
And then and then I was gonna say at a certain point in this one, like when
Yeah,
that
this-
one
this
turn when everybody died, and then you had to take the hex tiles away from that, and I was just like, we're doomed.
Yeah.
That was the point at which I was like,
When I
yeah,
sat
dude.
down, I felt like I was actually in a good position.
Yeah, well, that was.
Well, that's
He
what
was
I-
the best
before the
position.
planet went nuts.
Yeah.
And I think largely because he was able to get blue, a lot of blue
yeah,
quickly.
yeah. He definitely he
And
was
'cause
smart enough to do
The
that.
map spawned a bunch of the purple,
Mm-hmm.
so it was just easy to go out and start collecting
Just
it.
get purple and then mine blue. And,
Yeah.
That's the way I do it. That's how my wife beat it.
Yeah. But yeah, so that was Last Days of Athobrae demo. And it looks like you guys were down to the wire, but someone actually blasted off.
Yeah. Yeah, under control. I mean, he built his ship and had to wait another turn before he could fuel it because he ran out of actions.
Mhm.
But we tried to stop him.
But he was still able to fuel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cork were really focused on me for some reason, though.
I don't know.
Bam, bam, bam. Like, dude, he's going to get off. Bam, bam, bam.
Theoretically,
He had the impression that you were going to, because sometimes that happens to me too, where I'm just like, oh my god, you're going to win. So I go and then someone else blasts off while I'm wasting my time cleaning you up.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys launched the Kickstarter in October. And they can go to moonlitmore.com, find out more information.
Absolutely, yeah.
And sign up for our we have a Kickstarter reminder
Okay.
on there. So they can sign up for that and they will get send one email when the Kickstarter begins.
Okay.
Just to remind them.
Yep.
All right, awesome.
And a newsletter for, I mean, most of the stuff we do is around Southern California, but we put a little note of things where we're going to be.
Okay.
And I have a good friend that's going to be running some demos in Ann Arbor. So if there's anybody in Michigan, we can. So that'll be on the newsletter as well.
Yeah.
So cool.
See you guys.
Thank you.